once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love once again. Excuse me. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. I'm getting notifications as I'm getting started, and it's like, whoa, man, whoa, too much. There's too much going on, but there's not. There is not. Today, brothers and sisters, I am so excited. There's a lot of ideas running through my head, so I'm going to try to slow down, which is something that I don't like doing because let me not over-explain myself anyway. I'm excited to get started today. Many reasons. You win when love wins. That was a brand new thought, an idea. How do I turn off these stupid notifications now? What did I do? If that's coming through, please forgive me. Let me start with a little engagement. To all of you who are here, right? What was it? I saw it said right, man. The no notification gang is here. The folks who are here, regular. And Cage, I saw you as well, man. Blessings to everyone. Mr. Talcott, let's have a great convo, just us. Cage, please be patient. Or go get something done and swing back. It won't be long. I do have intents on dropping the link and seeing where it goes. I didn't make a lot of notes today, but I got a lot done. And come on, people, hit the like. Share some support, please, for those who are willing and able, man. It's time. It really is. Love is the answer. It's truly the only way. This thought and idea, I was thinking about this the other day, and I can't remember exactly how I came to the conclusion, but it made perfect sense. And if you stop and think about it, it does. Why shouldn't you feel nothing but love for yourself? I mean, with your power of choice, let yourself consider this idea. Let it be recognized as love or nothing. Nope. Love or nothing for yourself and others. Fall in love with life. It's up to you. You actually get a choice in the matter. I'm pretty sure that's what the whole story of freedom, free will and stuff is, right? We get to choose. We can choose to live our life and our time here on earth with God, or we can make up stories and pretend like God's some far off, distant, cruel and judging guy in a beard sitting on a throne expecting to be worshipped. And I don't know what's real, to be honest. I just know that it feels good to feel love. And love is a mystery. Let a mystery be with God, right? The answer is with God. I don't know. How does love work? Yeah, there's chemicals and there's energies, but love is such a mystery and it's such a delicacy. It's reserved for the good. Praise God, man, sincerely. That's what it means. Love is reserved for the good. For the good, no love. The good find love. And here you are with me, a man of love. So what does that say about you? I bet you're something special, something unique. I was thinking about that earlier today. Not you specifically, obviously, but I might have been thinking about you earlier today. I never know who's watching. But golly geez, where was I going? What was I thinking about earlier today? How unappreciated humans are, right? I was reflecting on the acts of Congress, the White House, what it might be like for Donald Trump, right? Trying to see the world through his eyes. You know, I want to understand the man, and frankly, that's part of the reason I want to talk to him. I got a lot of questions I'd like to discuss. Andy, God bless you, my friend. Your generosity continues. Praise the rider of the clouds. Man, that is a beautiful thought, for that signifies the Holy One. The picture of Jesus comes to mind, that's for sure. Flirtatious. Love is flirtatious. Love is fun. Love really, man, it is everything all in one. Love is the answer. With love, what do you question? I mean, really. And if you have an option before you, with love or without love, why be cruel? Why be selfish or foolish, right? Because every new moment is new. This is what took me a while to just fully know and settle into my heart, right? The past is done, man. Fucking let it go, dude. Let the battles be done. Let whoever won. Now let's work together and clean up the messes, right? There's a lot of work to be done in this world, and we're the ones, the hands, the bodies that God sent forth into the world. And some people really face some darkness. I've been blessed. I've been blessed my whole life, and it took me a long time to realize how blessed I had been until I saw how many other people's children had suffered and are suffering today here in this world that we live, right? We're so caught up in the bills and the politics and the drama and the gossip and the games and the entertainment. Praise God, man. God does it all. God does it all. Just so we don't talk about the orgasm BS. The yeah, the non-sexual release that the body and mind are capable of bringing. It's like these bodies truly, these bodies here. Actually, I had one line wrote down today because I had a busy day. But I figured, you know what, God is with me, and I always got a lot to say. And I know that love is the way. It's the way I found myself. I am a man of love. There's still, shadows and stuff that comes through, but there's no cruelty anymore. There's no anger, very little sadness, really. Anyway, for those who can see it, life is actually pretty good, right? And once you set the small problems aside, life is pretty good. So when you can see the light of goodness, that's what gives you hope and it allows you to keep going, right? But once you lose that, once you lose sight of what is good, all you can find is the darkness. And in the darkness without hope, I've been there. And it sucks. And I don't want anyone else to feel that way. I really don't. Not if I can help it. Not if I can help them avoid it or get out of it. Because it really does suck to feel those feelings of crushing aloneness, right? So you set it aside and realize it's just, most of it's made up. It's just stories in the mind, right? Children tell each other stories. Children believe in stories. They believe in fairy tales. It's fun. That's why God created us how we are. We're naive. We're ignorant. We're easily fooled. Don't think that you are not. Whoever you are, please do not think that you are not able to be fooled, because people like that easily outsmart themselves. And then, as I was starting to say earlier, right? And it goes in line with the biblical stories. We can choose to live and walk with God, or we can believe and pretend that God's not here. We don't have to treat each other right? God's not here. Or this idea that different interpretations and different ideas of God means that people have to be at war with each other. I mean, that's literal stupid sauce. Now, people and individuals and organizations and nations and states and their leaders and their representative bodies, right? All of these different parts of being, everything needs to be held accountable. That's what we're in this for. All of us are in this world and in this lifetime here on earth at this time. We're here to hold ourselves accountable, and to help each other do the same, to help each other hold themselves accountable. This idea of rulership and punishment, throwing children away in cages for years, doesn't make sense anymore. Studies have proven there's so much evidence, and just logic and reason proves a human life is worth reforming. It's worth educating. It's worth sustaining. It's worth caring for. We've got a government here in America right now today. Where are we at? November 13th, 2025. Maybe someone will bring more current news for me when I drop the link, but the government has been shut down for a while. I understand they opened back up. Why was I talking about that? Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and I'll drop the link just so, since my thoughts were interrupted anyway. And for those who wish to have conversations with me, please feel free to join. We can still love one another despite our differences in religions or political beliefs. Remember not long ago, when it was normal. It honestly, I think it really, this is God's revealing. We are this, guys, brothers and sisters. If you can believe with me. Oh, hey, you know what? I just remembered. Not so much the sick, but the supportive is what had just come to mind. What I thought of you is, Arpol, you've been very encouraging and regular in sharing the links to support me. And I really do appreciate that. And a little shout out to Jay. Sincerely, I've received several contributions through Cash App, and thank you. Your generosity is appreciated as well. And to any others, if I do overlook, please know that I do receive it with my heart. I appreciate everything. This world we live in, man, it's ready to transform. It's ready to be reborn, renewed, reinvented. I think I understand what this is, but let me double check and welcome back the Raven King.
Hello, Jack.
How
How are
are
you?
I feel quite blessed. You don't I was reviewing some of yesterday. Has anything improved or changed for you?
No, I'm still suffering.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm in the darkness, but I'm unable to sleep.
That is a suffering. Insomnia sucks. Is it the activity of the mind?
That's part of it. And also just the memories of growing up. I had to murder my father when I was 11 years old.
You chose to?
Yeah, I chose to
I
save
mean,
someone else's life.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's okay. It's all water under the bridge.
That's a tough situation for someone young to be in. It's a tough situation for anyone to be in. But if you felt, and if you're honest, it was in righteousness or in the defense of others.
Yeah, I would do it again if I had to.
Okay. Well, prayerfully, hopefully that's the karma is done, and hopefully you never have to face anything like that again.
Sometimes in this realm, you have to stab someone or slit their throat. It's just the way it works in this place.
Not for everyone, not for the majority.
What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you're getting at.
No, the majority of people, they go through life. They may have some stumbles, some bruises, broken bones, whatever, but they're not, especially here in America. I mean, there's cradle to grave. Many people go through pretty ordinary lives, and
Yeah.
crime not as bad as painted out to be. The thing is, we live in a world of deception. You know this, man, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of deception in this world, that's for sure. There's a lot of suffering. I meant to ask you, did you take glee yesterday in my suffering? You seem to enjoy it
Well,
and say that I deserve it. You
that
said something
was
about how I deserve more of it.
See, those are the stories you're telling yourself, and that's why you're feeling the suffering. Because
Hmm.
can I be honest with you? Or because I don't want to be cruel. And I know that sometimes I come across as callous
Well,
and uncaring.
yeah. Well, if you're a man of love, why would you be cruel?
Sometimes people find cruelty in the truth. Well, the truth is cruel. I'm just a messenger, but I'm honest about what I see and what I know. And I know I can help you. I actually sent an email to you to an email I thought might work, but
I haven't checked my emails. Sometimes I go days without checking to see if I have a message.
my point is I'm confident I can help you. And it doesn't have to be as content. It can be, matter of fact, it would be more productive if it was just offline. And if you're genuine and honest, huh, interesting. I was going to make myself available immediately. The offer is there.
Well, I appreciate the offer to help if you're genuine in your offer and it isn't some sort of trick.
Well, it's interesting because that's my concern with you. Now, I don't really play many games with people or try to deceive or manipulate. As a matter of fact, it's my goal to help people overcome their confusion. So when I where I paused and maybe I didn't articulate it, I'm willing to offer my help immediately. If that is something you want, I'll shut down the stream. You and I can have an honest talk, okay? Unless you're just playing a character and restreaming yourself. I don't know what anyone else is doing but myself.
I'm not restreaming this, but I think people would be upset if you shut down the stream.
I don't care. I mean, if you are a man in need, and if you're willing to, if you're serious, if you think I can help, I know I can. I know I can help those who are willing, those who are willing to receive what I've got to share. I know, I know they'll feel better. So it's up to you. But we can also
I
just continue, and maybe it's a thought for you to consider for later too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm confused about your confidence, though. Where does that come from? You said you're confident that you could help me. Is there a source of uh, that confidence?
Yes, my experience with situations similar yet different than yours. Okay, my personal experience plus my education plus my interactions with you. I mean, I care about you, but I don't care about you. You know what I mean? So I'll be honest with you. I don't have anything against you, right? So, given those things, an objective eye and a heart that cares, and an education for this particular purpose, it's what I devoted myself to, Stephen. I feel
Hmm.
confident.
Did you ever murder anyone in your life or have murderous thoughts?
Oh, many thoughts. Praise God, I didn't follow through with the opportunities that I had.
Who did you think about murdering back then in your darkest days?
Well, there were many, many different times, but I can relate. Let's just say that. Here, actually, so you know, my stepfather was amongst the first. I'm not sure if it was me or him, but those were the first two I considered at an early age.
Did you ever fight him or attack him with a weapon or get into a physical altercation? Like, was he physically abusive or um,
I left before I was mature enough, strong enough to do much. So by the time he and I crossed paths, I had very little to say to him.
do you still have any homicidal thoughts or is that all changed? Is that gone? You
That is
don't
not a one, Stephen.
how did you get rid of that? How did you, in a sense, change your mind or heal?
I had to ask myself what was the logic? What was the logic behind wanting that? Because anything we have, if we don't want it, we'll let it go, right? That's something that the world, well, we, to some degree, I mean, everything works according to its own perfect karmic and cosmic plan. but we got to accept responsibility. There's something within you, maybe it's a greater spirit of you, but there's something within you that wants you to feel what you're feeling so that you can experience that feeling for yourself. Okay. Now, in
Yeah.
that, it sucks, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. But regardless of words, I'm doing my best to explain, and I think you get the idea. There's a spirit that's greater than you, your soul. It's with you, it's connected to God. Now, love, I said this earlier in the live stream, and holy cows, love is reserved for the good. You've got some, I suspect, you have some guilt and shame within you that is causing you to find other directions to focus on. And that brings blame, and the blame brings anger. And then you got a lot of reasons to be unhappy, right? I'm familiar with how I used to work myself up, and
I don't feel very angry. I'm not having any homicidal thoughts or anything like that. I'm
sadness then.
yeah, sadness and
Okay.
just struggling um day by day, I guess.
Sadness is a demon I'm familiar with. See, our emotions are spiritual messengers, right? They're messengers of spirit and emotion. It's the art energies of us. That's what we're sensing and feeling. So there's a lesson in the sadness. The lesson I found in isolation, you can have loneliness or solitude. It's all a perspective. You can feel alone and vulnerable, or you can feel what was the word I was just thinking? Strong and confident, right? The difference is love or fear. Who are you going to give your power to? You're going to give your power to your fear and your sadness? You're stronger than that, Stephen. You're actually a pretty jolly guy. You got a good sense of humor. Please consider that God does too. God's playing a joke on us. Things are not as real as they seem.
You
The
don't think God is
religion,
evil and malicious?
no, no. The God I know of, truly, it's universal. It's it's infinite. It seeks mercy and compassion above all. But we have the freedom to choose what we want more of in the world. And those who came before us, and due to the propaganda and media and movies and all this bullshit,
Mm.
mankind thinks war is the answer. Well, it's not.
Jack, do you think that most people have compassion? Because whenever I'm here, I don't see it expressed in the chat room, so I have to wonder if they actually have any empathy, compassion, or if they are psychopaths.
The only one you can know is who? You, right? So it's fine to wonder about others,
I
but
can't observe what they're saying and their behavior. Is that what you're
well,
saying?
here's where we parted ways yesterday. I don't want to rehash the past, but you were actually overlooking a lot of encouraging comments. And maybe I could have done a better job of bringing them up, but I saw plenty of encouragement for you. Now, I'm sorry you couldn't see it, and I understand that. I totally get it, dude. Even when I'm not in my sadness, I have a tendency to spot in on the negative, you know? But Stephen,
Mm.
it's not as dark as it seems. And I don't want to assume that you're just pretending
No,
and
I'm
playing
not
a character.
pretending. I'm
Good.
not pretending. I'm feeling like I will have vengeance on these people that have wronged me in
Well,
this realm.
that's a fool's
That's
errand. Are
being
you a
honest
fool?
about I'm
Are
not a
you a
fool,
fool?
I'm not a fool, I'm being honest.
And you're revealing yourself as a fool
How
by
is it a
being
fool?
honest.
How does it make me a fool? Somebody just the other day said, "Stephen, you're a loving genius," and here you are calling me a fool. So
Yes.
how is that the
Let's
same person?
let's bring it back into context, my friend. Okay? And I don't mean to make light. Well, I do, because I'm sorry you're sad. I'm not going to drop into your sadness. I can feel compassion for you, but we can have fun too, right? And if maybe today, and if you're not able to have fun, then maybe it's not today. I did offer you my support. I'm willing to work with you. It's not really what I want for this, to be honest. Because the topic today, you win when love wins. And the reason
You
I
wanna go
called
back to the topic? You win when love wins?
Well, I can actually do a perfect segue, because the reason I called you a fool is because
Mhm.
when you were being honest,
Yeah.
you said you wanted to seek revenge. And that's just
Vengeance, I said.
okay.
Yeah,
Vengeance. Yeah,
vengeance,
that's
yeah.
God's job, not yours.
I'm not gonna leave it up to God.
Oh, so you want to play God. That's the problem, Stephen. That's why you're suffering, fool.
I'm not playing God, but either my vision's going or your camera's blurry for a second. You Now it's back in
Okay.
focus. It
Thank
threw
you.
me off. I didn't know if it was my eyesight or if it was
Oh,
your camera. It went blurry. You're
okay.
back now. Okay.
Great.
You
Thank you.
think I'm a fool f what did you say about me? You said I was playing God or something?
Well, yeah, this is your problem. This is what the ego does. And the society of today has conditioned it like it's normal, right? Everyone thinks they're God. Just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it's accurate.
I don't think I'm God. I've never said that.
You seeking vengeance, you're not leaving vengeance to God. You did say that. I remember this.
You've said that you're Jesus, the second coming. I've never said that I'm God.
In this conversation, Stephen, let's keep it on track, on topic. Otherwise, we
I've
won't get
never said
anything
I'm God.
resolved.
Never, not just today.
In this conversation, you
Yeah.
were talking about vengeance. I pointed out how you're a
Yeah.
fool for those thoughts. I then furthered my explanation by bringing God into the equations. God's God is responsible for vengeance, not you. You then rebutted that you weren't going to leave it up to God. See, this is why you are suffering.
I should leave it up to God. Is that the advice? Or I'm confused about that. I'm suffering. Why?
Because you're taking the place of God in your life
I thought
and
that God works through us.
others and others. You're
Oh,
trying to be the vengeful part. That's not your choice to make.
I should leave vengeance to God.
That's
Let God
that's
be a
it.
vengeful God. Okay.
How about accept that God is a loving God?
But it says in the Bible that God's a vengeful, spiteful God, and there's
So
a lot of
what?
murder in there.
So what? Mankind interpreted those words, wrote those words, interpreted those words. You get to interpret the same thing. So I have plenty of reasons, plenty of explanations and evidence of why I say what I do. The God I know, God is love. Without love, you are absent from God. To know God, you must simply humble yourself to the truth.
I have love, though. I have love for people.
Here, we've got a guest here. Are you all right with that? I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
yeah, okay,
If
perfect.
Snappy wants to come on, or is it
No,
him or oh. Oh,
Welcome,
it's this
Cage. Looking sharp and dapper today.
guy. That gave me a laugh. This is what is this? Is he playing a character? What is this?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's
I
doing.
think he just wants to be here. Welcome to you, Cage. Glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And you look very sharp.
Oh, thank you, Talcott. Well, I put a suit on and put headphones on. All of a sudden, people can hear me and see me. There you go. Well, I had to put the suit on. Sometimes the suit has to come on. It's not for you or this, you know what I mean? I just haven't got out of it yet. I have to make an appearance.
I
It's
didn't
evident.
understand a word he said. I'm
I
sorry. I can't
Oh,
understand.
you
I
couldn't hear you couldn't hear a word. Good. Then
I
it's not for you.
speak Cage. I understand.
Cajunese?
Yep. So thank you for sharing it. You do look sharp, and yeah, there's evidence for you, man. And so I want to come back to God, because that's really the answer. Love and God, Cage. Why the
Loving
owl?
God. Let's continue.
Cage, why the owl?
I'll be back.
I think he was at Bohemian Grove. They got a big owl there.
No, no explanation.
What are you doing, Cage? You playing games on here or something?
Oh, okay. Now you're gonna frame me for playing games. Yeah, well, I like owls. Okay, it's my spirit animal. It's no, but for real, owls they can silently fly in the dark. They can see at night. They have their head on a swivel, 360
Okay,
degrees. Yep.
I get the mysticism and the symbolism of the owl. I'm
Don't be.
fascinated
I should have put the owl in.
by it as well. And I'm also familiar with many of its associations. But my question to you as a human, Cage, why the owl? What
Okay,
brought you to think it was a good idea again to bring the owl into the camera? What was the benefit?
I love the owl. Like pretty much what it is. Like my mom asked me, like, what animal would I be? I'm like, you're an owl because she's a teacher. Like the wise teacher with the monocle, like an owl. And then she just went completely with it, like owls everywhere. I gave an owl to my grandmother for her birthday. She's like 80
I
something.
I don't need all that.
Well, you're
My
asking me.
mother, no, I asked you, why did you bring the owl into the camera
I shouldn't
today?
have done that. Again, can we get away from the owl and put the owl back? Okay.
No,
Can we get to the original?
Cage, I'm not on the owl. I'm on you. I'm trying to figure you out.
You're never gonna figure me out, man.
I will. If you help me, I will. If you explain yourself, both of us will better understand you.
All right, ask me a question.
For the love of Pete. Praise God, man.
Praise God for real. Come on now. Welcome back.
Okay, so a simple question for you.
Hmm.
What was the thought process behind bringing the owl into the camera? What
All
was
right, here, my little mind, right? The owl was in front of me. I'm like, put it on the camera. That's about it. It's not that deep, right? That's it.
okay? Okay, please recognize this as a sign for you.
Okay.
I'm just pointing you out. Please see that you do things without thinking them through. You lack self-control or self-awareness, probably a little of both.
I didn't think I'd be defending Cage, but he's semi-retarded, Jack. He can't help it.
He's not.
I'm
He's
beyond.
he's kind of
Actually, it's not
he's kind of nuts.
semi-retarded. I'm beyond retarded. Okay, get your facts straight. Okay, Steven.
Oh my God. You guys know, and here's the funny thing. I love owls. My as Cage
He
said,
loves owls. Look at him.
Me
my
too.
mom. Do you too? Yeah, Steven. Oh, Steven.
He
Oh, come
loves
on.
owls. Come on.
I did a report on owls when I was a little kid,
Did
and
you? You
owls.
chose an owl?
I've
Well,
painted owls. I've drawn owls. I do enjoy owls.
Everyone loves owls. Come on now. What's the
right.
issue?
And like you said, Cage, my mom was like an owl. She had an owl fascination. We had a
For
bunch of
real?
the figurines and stuff around the house. Yep.
Yeah, see,
There's a
no,
lot of women that have those.
uh,
They're attracted to owls.
that's what I told her about, and then she was just
Okay.
like, owls everywhere.
Anyway, Denizen, welcome to you, my friend. How have you been, brother? Are you there?
Mr. Denizen, welcome
All
back.
right. Well,
He's the owl
I'm
boy.
well.
good. Good to see you, my friend.
You know what, Jack? I sorry for interrupting, but I think Margot kind of looks like an owl. If you look at her face, like I'm being complimentary, I'm not being insulting. She kind of does look a bit like an owl woman. Bless her heart.
Possibly.
I do like owls. I like Margot. I like Margot.
I think Margot's hot.
She's an owl lady with big titties. Is she here? Oh, here she is.
I don't know about that owl lady shit.
Well, she just reminds me like she's a teacher. That's when Cage said about the teacher, the owl. Owl
He's
teacher.
got an
Maybe-
owl.
He's got an owl.
Cage. Cage just pulls an owl out of nowhere.
Yes, this is my point. Out of nowhere, he brings this damn owl out and puts it in the camera. I'm asking him, why are you doing this?
What is going on here? I'm losing my mind. Is this real? I think I'm dreaming this shit. He's making the 666 sign. Oh man. What's that?
So that's some Molech shit going on
Yeah.
there, huh?
Here, this is our reality. And we've got another welcomed and invited guest.
Welcome
today.
back.
Welcome back, Miss Margot
Oh
Davis.
man.
Who?
I love you, brothers and sisters. We're a hoot. It's a hoot. Life reality is a hoot.
Yeah, Cage makes
What a
the show.
hoot.
It's crazy when
hoot.
Cage is here.
I love
All you need is love.
Here,
All you
folks,
need is love, brothers. and
gentlemen,
sisters.
please. Margot, let me real briefly. I appreciate you joining our poll, your generosity. All you need is love, truly. And please, let's let the lady
Look,
speak.
it's working. It's working, Mr. Talcott.
I
Get
haven't
a
been on
coffee.
here forever.
It's been
She
a
has
while.
Hooters. Margot has Hooters.
Oh,
Please
not the
let-
Hooters.
I
What
used
about
to have
Circle
Hooters.
K?
Please let her speak.
Sorry, go ahead, Margot.
I don't have a lot to say. I've been doing the work of the people. Jack, in your education, have you ever studied AmeriCorps?
I know I've heard of it, but I can't recall what it is or what it is.
What
Yeah.
about BlackRock? Is it related to that, Margot, or what are you talking about?
No, it's
Oh.
it's a non-profit organization that they raise money. They give a lot of money to universities to work with people to mentor students, marginal students. So I've been
Is
working.
it communist?
Hold
The
on.
organization?
The Trexty says she loves Cage. I love you too, Trexty. Welcome
She
back.
loves me too deep down. I think Trexty actually does love me
I think
deep down.
I think I love all you deep down inside.
I love Cage.
I
Cage
love you
knows I
too,
love him.
Margot. I know, Margot.
And I love Steven.
Okay, what about Jack? You love Jack? Of course you do. I know you love Jack. Fuck off.
I love
I got an owl for both of you.
Sorry, my dog is going crazy. I love Jack. I love all mankind.
Never get it somewhere.
How
But
does your famous
Jack, I do think that you need to go work with the people.
Yeah.
I went to the gym at the community center again today with midlife, and they were actually holding a local mentorship session. So I got to introduce myself briefly to one of the facilitators, and we'll follow up. Things are coming together. And thank you, Margot. I think it's coming. I think it's going to work together.
I wouldn't be myself if I didn't come on here and tell you what to do. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do.
Margaret is very.
You're amongst many.
She wants control, right? She's the boss in her mind.
She wants
must-
control.
I don't
wants
want control. I don't
Oh,
want
you don't, but you do.
No, I don't want control.
No, you want to be
No,
Control brings
Margot-
you do,
on
yet you want control at the same
responsibility and
time.
all that stuff. And
Margot wants a firm hand.
She already
Oh.
has a firm hand.
I want a life of prosperity, and I've been working with these kids from Uganda and Sudan and all these.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Good.
got
They live in
little.
America?
What about the Gambia? When I dealt with people from the Gambia, I'm like, why is it called
There's one
Gambia?
country
The
I worked with
Gambia.
a kid. I worked with this kid today. He's from Badandi or something like that.
The fuck is that called?
It's the poorest nation in the world, or one of them. And so a lot of these kids come to America for an education and to make money so they can go back home because they like their homeland. But there's just not opportunity. There's not the opportunity that we have here.
Hey, Margot, not to interrupt, but funny enough, yeah, I'm doing like some community service type stuff, but it's from the gene, like like my local community. So I figured like you start around you in a way, and then you can expand that forward. Imagine everybody around them, they took care of like the people around them instead of people overseas and all that. Then you can
Is
move. Then you get bored, you can move, expand it.
Is it Burundi?
It is Burundi.
Oh, Burundi.
And why are they so poor there? Like what happened?
You got a bunch of Stevens over there mining their
Well, I
coal.
mean, the student that I was working with barely spoke any English at all. Hardworking kid, though. Really hardworking. I don't know. I need to research that country some more. I'm not going there. I'm planning another trip to Haiti to build some more happy houses with the Hilton Foundation.
Right by DR, right by the Dominican Republic. You can cross the border with nothing. Right, right
You
there.
go to Haiti to build houses?
Yeah,
Really?
with the Hilton Foundation, happy houses. Mm-hmm.
Happy house. What are you, a missionary?
No, I just like to do stuff.
Is your favorite
She's the old
position
lady.
missionary?
A doctor friend of mine was on the foundation, and so he one Christmas he decided that, I don't know, 50 of us went, and we went and built houses in Haiti. It's absolutely gorgeous. They're great.
Would you go and do that, Jack? Would you build houses? Like, would you go do that in Haiti for an organization? What is it? The Hilton something?
Well, I have
Hilton
an organization I don't usually promote. It's called Water for Life, and they build wells for people in India.
That's
Africa,
very
also.
cool.
Yeah, they build wells. All you got to do is dig, and you find water.
Jack, why do you look bothered?
Cage.
Oh, come on! Don't blame it on me.
I understand.
Thank you, Steve.
I understand.
I do piss people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it.
No, I think
I didn't know Margot built houses in Haiti, though. I never knew that.
So a
That's
friend of mine
amazing.
was a doctor in Vegas, and he was on the Hilton Foundation, and yeah, he started it, and I went, and I'm going to go back again. My daughter graduates college in June, and so I think
I have a question for you, Miss Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is, like, do you do it for actually helping people, like philanthropy, or do you do it just to make you feel better about yourself?
I do it selfishly for the experience.
Oh, so it just makes you more fulfilled, right? Like you don't.
Well, and I mean, I do something, Brent. Just to.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good outcome either way. But
what is the experience though? They have like mud cookies and rivers of trash. Like it must be a horrible thing to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not very clean. I mean, you can't help everyone.
No, I know it's not very clean, but I mean, it's less hygienic than Alumitami probably there. Oh, she left. What happened?
Probably hit the wrong button. She'll be back. Welcome back. Either way,
Here, hold on. I'm gonna while she stepped out, and please we can come back to the conversation. But I'm curious. Jack Talcott is an actor allegedly.
Who's this guy?
Someone whose
he has a
audio.
bunch of feedback. His audio is fucked.
Oh, there's a lot of feedback
Yeah.
with that character.
So mission failed. You
Special
suck.
K. Special K.
Do it better, buddy, next time, you know? Welcome back.
Hey,
So no,
Welcome
I
back,
mean
Margot.
we can sit around and talk about things, or we can go do things. And I'd rather go do things and experience life. And I think we all are.
But it all goes back to your egotistical ideal of yourself, right? You're not helping people because you really want to help. It has to do with you in a way. There's, you know what?
No,
That's a
I
great
do.
way to be
I do
egotistical.
want to help. I think
Oh, Jack's getting a bit upset.
I've been provided, opportunities, and I mean, I don't think we're going to end wars. So I think we need
Oh.
to do what we can to help those that are suffering from the ground up, rather from.
Do you have white
Good
guilt
on
though,
you,
Marco?
Margot.
You're always trying to help
Mhm.
out the darkies, like in Haiti and
It's
what was
funny
there?
you said that,
Burundi?
because
Yeah.
I went to my last master's was from Whitworth College in Spokane, Washington. But my students, they call it Whiteworth because there's only white people that go to that college. So,
Is it whites only, or what do you mean there's only white people there?
well, up in Spokane, there's no diversity. I mean, there's white people. I mean, the Aryan Nations is right around the corner. I mean, the town that Jack is from is very
it's
white
not
as well. I mean, there's just
it's
not
not like that. It's not as bad as it used to be. There's
it's not, well,
far more
don't
diversity in
minimize it. It's
Spokane.
bad. I mean,
They're
you guys,
letting Negroes
No, it's
into
not.
I'm only
Washington.
black from the waist down, brothers and sisters.
Northern
Look,
Idaho,
hey,
Eastern
if you're
Washington,
fair,
Montana are they're white supremacists, and they
according to Margot Davy, I find offense to that because of all the people who I know in the area. I know for a fact it is not that way.
Jack, you're from Colville, Washington, and you never went to a university. All you know is the post office in Colville, Washington.
According to Margot Davy.
And
Is that true, Jack? You only know the post office, and you didn't
According
get
to
out much.
Margot, it is.
You
According to
didn't get
Margot, it is.
well, I'm saying there is a major problem with racism there. That's why the Aryan Nations went there, Jack. Why would they go there if they didn't see a benefit?
Margot.
And why
okay.
do you?
Hey,
why do
how
you
about
take
how
offense
about
with it?
this? How
Why do
about
you take
this?
offense with it? Why do you take offense with it?
How about this? Maybe because I've been really getting impatient.
I'm from there
losing
too,
sight.
Jack. I'm from there too.
How about this? Maybe both can be true. Okay. But let's not over exaggerate. That's something you tend to do. You exaggerate considerably and you minimize just to tell a story, right?
Now I'm offended because you're labeling me.
How
And-
so? What label
Well,
did you hear?
I there's many women on here that know that you belittle women.
Maybe they what oh, hold on, where is this going? Where please explain yourself, Margot.
Maybe you should explain why you're not, if you're not.
Well, you
Hold on, let's put the
you found offense. You made the claim that I labeled you somehow. I asked for clarification, and then you're coming out
grab a right by the pussy, huh? I'm Donald Trump.
Back it up 30 seconds, Jack. You did label me.
What was the
Do you
label?
recall what the label was, or
No,
even the context?
Margot, nephew, Jack is trying to be a good guy.
He's not.
I just want to say I came up for the good vibes. You know, we
Okay,
were
I will.
We're having some
I
laughs,
will.
but
I
we're getting
will.
some
we
I
were
laughs.
will remain oppressed.
Well, no. See, actually, please. This is actually an incredible opportunity if Margot's willing to play along.
Yeah.
Because
Margot,
Oh,
is that town racist? Are you saying the whole place is racist?
I'm
It's
saying that the Aryan nations researched the United States of America and looked for a place where they would be welcomed and they felt they would flourish. Did they flourish? No.
what
But
year was
that's where
that,
they
Margot? What year was that?
1990 when they moved there? Oh,
Yes, and
they started moving there in the 60s. They're still there.
right,
They're
and
still
let's
there.
right. I remember Richard Butler in the Aryan Nations compound. It was over there in northern Idaho in Hayden. Yeah, that's what actually that rhetoric is what I was raised with,
I
right?
know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what are you saying then, Margot?
You just
Are
said
you
that
saying
because
Jack's part of that? I'm
Jack, you
Well,
confused
said
now.
you were raised with it because
that
it
was
is
that was in the early 80s and
it's
90s.
still
Okay.
there,
Now
Jack.
when I left Spokane, I knew not a lot, but I know there are black people there. There's people of all sorts of cultures in Spokane. It's actually more diverse than most people think. Um,
So
at
they
least
let
the
them in.
people I hung out with.
It's
It,
not a sundown town where they have to leave before the sun black people
Spokane, Washington
aren't
is
afraid.
one of the most undiverse cities in the United States of America.
Fine, great,
How
great.
many
It
how
has
many
room
how
for
many how
improvement.
many African
What is your
Americans
point? What is the point, Margot? What are you winning? What are we achieving?
I don't need to win. I've already won. Um
Okay, great.
my point is that there is a diverse amount of culture around the world and I plan on experiencing it.
Great.
Thanks.
I
Great.
hope you
You love
do.
black people, right? That's
I've
what's
never
the
kissed
point
a
then?
black man. I've always wanted to, but I never have.
But do you have white guilt? I think that's what started the whole
Oh,
thing. I just
that's
asked if
his.
you have white guilt
I do
and
have white guilt. Yes.
oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
damn.
Do you, Denizen?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say
My
Yeah,
white.
parents
I would
just
say
got here.
I
I'm
Uh
wouldn't
here.
say
every
white.
single one of my black friends has had a better education, more money, and come from more money than I have. Uh you know, just my upbringing is not one of privilege due to my skin color. I get that just because I don't have to worry about the fact that I'm black is supposed to be some kind of privilege, but you know, I had to claw my way for every little tiny academic and economic achievement I ever got in this life. Nothing was handed to me or given to me easily.
May I
Me too.
respond to that?
My
And
older sister was given a BMW and I didn't get one when I turned 16.
Dennison, it you are a very um, uh, eloquent speaker, a very smart man, and you have great thoughts. So you're a man I greatly respect.
Well, I
So,
appreciate the last thing you said, Margot. Thank you.
so not to take us away from that, but for this comment from Damsel Magdek, thank you for bringing this clarification. What Margot has been describing was Hayden Lake, Idaho, which is not far from Spokane. But many claim the whole region is somehow full of racists, and
It
it's
is.
not.
It is.
Maybe with the people you hang out with, but
Well,
not with the people I used to hang out with, Margot.
I was wondering if
how many
she's
black
painting it
people
all as
worked for the
racist.
Postal Service? What was the what percentage?
It was
1%, 2%?
no, it was greater than that, but it was small. Regardless, it's that's just a God, this race and it's all bullshit. It's all
Yeah.
bullshit that people came up with just so the peasants could be counted as anything they, the from the royalty, anything they can count, they can divide, right? It's theirs to own. That's what people have bought into. Everyone's just things. No one has any actual respect for life, it seems much. That's the thought I was thinking earlier today about Donald Trump and his and our US government's lack of respect for human life. It's disgusting to me.
Do you think Trump is a racist? Do you think he hates black people and Hispanics and immigrants?
I think Donald Trump shows, well, by his words and deeds, he is clearly an unrepentant sinner who has no authority, no representation of me as far as I'm concerned, because he does not serve God. He serves the economics, right? He serves the politics, he serves the brand. He serves lies. He serves of the devil. If man, praise God. Let me get off my soapbox, because this is God's story that we are a part of. And all the pieces are coming together. The evidence, the signs are here. We are the ones God has chosen to be alive, to be experiencing humanity here at this time on earth where the divide is happening. The wheat from the tares, it is happening now. So I encourage, I invite everyone. It's time to unite with love. You win when love wins, right? So let's all let love win.
Well, Trump, the reason I asked is Trump has been accused of being a racist. And he's been accused of being a racist president. And I wondered, do you think he would start the cotton plantations and all that if he was allowed to take over America and enslave black people? And
how about evidence of his slave owning mindset, of how he treated the air traffic controllers and the other federal employees who served without guarantee of a paycheck?
And that's codified in law, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
That's slavery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I answer your question, Stephen?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
I stop short of trying to know what's inside of a man's heart and mind. Now, if Trump were to tell me flat out, I define racism as this, and I believe it, then I'll take his word.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I get you. You're not a mind
yeah.
reader. You don't claim to read people's minds and hearts, which is actually a good thing. You don't want to, because we can't know for sure. But the thing is, I kind of used to have. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Please remember the thought in the conversation. We have an unexpected surprise joining, and I want to take advantage of this. So please bear with us and welcome Illumitami.
That's all you do is take advantage
Mr.
of
President.
So by your own logic, Jack, everything you sit here and say about Donald Trump, that's you, right? Because you see what you see in yourself.
I miss you, Tommy.
Where have you been, Tommy? How are you?
Go fuck yourself.
There
Stephen.
is some truth to that, though, isn't there?
Come on, man.
Tommy just said.
Truth that how can a psychologist say what conditions people have if that means that's them? And Jack's been hit with that before, and he still continues his falsities and untruthitudes, and I'm sick of it.
I love you, my friend. Thank you. Can I mute you as I answer? I want to.
It's your show. Mute him.
I understand Donald Trump, because, as I said, when I was 17 and I went off to basic training, conditioned by the rhetoric from the Aryan nations not far by, I thought like him. I get him.
You don't. That's why you're a brokey. And the house you sold was probably mostly paid by your wife. And if you mute me again, I'll come to where you are and I'll stomp you worse than those Baltimore boys would.
I used to think like that. I wanted to own.
I've been gone for
plantations with
how long? And when I tune in, you're still just day after day saying they need to help me see Donald Trump. You know what? Something special is happening with all of us day after day after day, and I'll use it against the people that still support you. They're oblivious
Would
to
you
it.
pick cotton for me, Tommy, if I paid you?
You'd be lucky if I ever respond to you again. You're a bigger joke than Jack these days.
Oh, come on,
And you're
Tommy.
desperate for attention. That's why you show
Come
up
on.
everywhere. Nobody shows
Please,
up on your show.
No,
please don't provoke. Tommy,
Tommy,
I'm
come on.
you've
Oh, is this a safe place for Paul and Steven now?
and Tommy and
No,
Margot.
you just muted me.
Tommy loves me.
There's
That's
Jack.
just the
let-
background noise.
Flow State and Paul say all the things, and you mute me so they can get it out, and then you don't let me finish mine. Crack that neck.
Tommy, did you die and come back to life? People are wondering in the chat if you
Only my God has
resurrected.
beaten death, and you'll know that truth. I mean, you've been told the truth, Stephen. If you haven't caught on, then there will be a wrathful day, and then you and Jack will be stuck with each other forever, and that's the hell that even God would be able to.
We'll be stuck with each other forever.
And
That was downright poetic.
what's his name?
It's quite an imagination.
You know, the breakfast.
I mean, not if
dinner
you've read the scripture. He's preaching. He's preaching the truth.
Yeah.
Is that
And Jack
written in
has,
Philippians that I'm going to be stuck with Jack Talcott forever? What book is that written in, Tom?
You'll know which direction you went when you're stuck with Jack Talcott forever. There will be no streets of gold. There will be no rainbow bridge. It'll be bad. It's bad. It's bad. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'd rather save this bandwidth for DJM's stupid show where they still talk about me. But Jack, you're just wrong, and you'll stay wrong, and you're pathetic. You're
Love you,
pathetic.
Tommy. I love you, Tommy.
Oh my goodness! For
He's
those who
not black,
don't know,
Marco. Calm down.
Illumitami.
Good point.
Well, by the sounds of it, he might be from the waist down. So, figuratively, the anyway,
That
what
was a
character.
racist comment, Jack.
No, it was a inappropriate
Racist.
joke. It's not racist.
Margot, would you lay with a black man? Would you wear blackface? These are honest questions.
Hell
they're
yeah.
not. They're not.
Wait, what was the question?
If I would lay with a black man, absolutely.
Yeah. So, in the greater picture, right, what I'm really hoping to get across to people is the idea and encouragement. Give yourself permission. Everyone can give themselves permission to fall in love. Fall in love with
quit.
I'm falling in love today. I had some laughter that I needed today on this show. And
I
Dennis,
heard
the
it.
same question. Would you lay with a black man?
No.
I had to ask.
Hey, and Stephen, I did hear some laughter today, so I hope you remember, right?
I tried.
Remember the laughter more than the tears, right? In the
Yeah.
world, there is.
Well, I haven't cried yet, to be fair. I have sadness, but I don't cry.
You know what?
You know,
might be
crying.
able
Yeah,
crying.
bro.
Yep.
That shit
You might be
purges
able
the
to-
soul.
Yep.
There's a
I
physical
don't know how to
connection
cry.
between your sadness and your tension and
Yep.
all of it.
I wish I could. I don't even know if I have tear ducts. I mean,
When was the last time you cried?
Never. I don't remember crying.
Never?
Come on.
Oh,
What about as a little boy?
Hold on, please. Stephen.
Even as a little boy.
Stephen, especially regarding what you shared earlier, if there's
Yeah.
even an ounce of truth in what you're talking about, you've
Yeah.
got some grieving to do, okay?
Yeah.
You've got some grieving to do for that little boy,
Yeah.
right?
I agree, Jack.
Well,
I'm
I
not
encourage
disagreeing.
you. I encourage
I've
you to
tried to. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the thought occurred to me, maybe you have already tried before, but
Yeah.
I want to encourage you to sit with the idea to feel the sadness and the loss that you've been carrying around, okay? If it's here with you today, it's not from the world that you're seeing. It can be associated somewhat with that, but there's healing within you, my friend, okay? So I'd encourage you to sit with the sadness with the intention of exploring, how can I cry this out? How can I get this out?
I don't know how to cry though, Jack. I don't know what that is because I don't know if I was so traumatized, but I've tried to like search for my feelings. Maybe I have
Oh,
PTSD or something, but I don't know if I have any feelings.
Stephen, what came to mind,
Hmm.
I've witnessed and experienced my own smaller versions, but breath exercises. There's some real simple breathing exercises. I'm telling you, reach out to me and let me see if I can share some things that might help you. Because where my mind is going is I've witnessed in these breathing exercises, particularly with a guide, um,
Yeah.
you can just, you can, all sorts of stuff. You don't even need to identify it. You don't need to name it. The shit just comes through, right? Like
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah,
Healing.
even if we are like these spiritual beings, right? And God is real and all of it. These meat sacks that we wear, right? They're
Yeah.
we are one with them. Even if we're
Yes.
one with God and the universe and all that spiritual stuff, we're one with these bodies, man. And there's some weird shit that gets stored up in like a physical knot in your back, for
Yep.
example, you know?
And the body keeps the score.
Yeah, the body
This,
keeps the score.
these knowledge, these ideas, they really are. They're becoming more accessible. Many different people are explaining similar concepts. Um, Stephen, what it sounds like to me, anyone who is feeling loss of sleep, just overactive mind, these feelings, and just can't get comfortable, right? I get that. It
Yeah.
means you're ready for a breakthrough. Okay. So don't give up. Those who have
True.
faith can persevere. So do not lose hope. Don't give up on the laughter and on the joy. It'll return soon.
Yeah, if you recognize something's missing and that you're not satisfied with what you have, that's huge. That means you're on the verge of, you know, receiving or growing or realizing something. Because the numbness can, the numbness includes an absence of thought, right?
Yes. Yes.
So if you're thinking, I'm not satisfied, if you're, that's good. That's you. That's Steven in there saying something has to change.
All of us have that growing. Stephen, let me not, if you've got anything you want to offer, please, because we're talking to you, I
Yeah.
think.
I just I'm searching, but I'm not sure that I have feelings.
Have you ever?
Had feelings about things or people or life or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I think I did before, before certain events happened when I was young, really young. I think I was born with feelings, but maybe they're
A-
just buried or something.
And you know these events, it sounds like you've identified them.
Yeah, traumatic events.
That's where your exploratory work lies, right? Is in those events.
Starting there for sure. But then
Should I
also,
talk to someone about what do you mean?
Absolutely.
Exploratory. Oh,
I'd encourage you accept my offer, Stephen. Reach out to me. Let's do something offline, okay, and see if we can help you feel better.
Jack's helped
Yeah.
me when I had a mental block as well.
Thank you. So, hey, should we take it off of the topic? Take it somewhere else? Because I kind of
Yeah.
like.
Do you live in
it.
a black neighborhood? Is Baltimore black? Somebody said it's a black city.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's very black.
Yeah, it's predominantly here. Maybe I can pull it up. See what I find.
It's one of the few cities where it's so black, even everybody in charge is black. You know, like all the politicians, they definitely don't have the problems with representation that blacks have elsewhere in America.
would you move to Baltimore, Margot?
Here, actually,
I don't like the cold weather anymore, so I'm going to stay south.
hey, good for you. We had a cold front move in the other day, and man, my body was not ready for that. But regarding the neighborhood where I'm at, it's a little run down. It's not real old, as I understand. The construction is from the 50s, so not super old. It's predominantly black, but it's a lot. I've never lived in such an urban setting, right? So this has been pretty new for me. Had I gone straight from old Colville to this, holy shit, I don't know what I would have done, but my life
Are there
prepared.
hookers on your street, or like how
No,
ghetto and hood is
no.
it?
It's not ghetto. There's vacant buildings, there's in between where people are living, there's run down and
Like, what about
abandoned
gangs,
places.
shootings, and drug addicts
When
stuff?
I moved in, I was told that there had been a number of shootings about a block and a half away before I moved in, but I've seen the police come like in the block maybe a couple of times, but not so much. Mostly it's just kids driving motorbikes and the church band out there playing on the corner. And
Oh yeah, the kids, they drive dirt bikes in Baltimore. Is that what they do? I've seen some of that, I think,
oh,
on YouTube or somewhere.
dude, this city is actually, I think this city is really friggin' cool. They got so many things going on. There's so many like little pockets of these art cultures and different groups. There's a
That's cool.
lot to do here. That's what I'm
I
finding.
love black people and black culture. I went to a museum once in Seattle, I think it was, where it was like African American Museum of Art.
I've been talking about Baltimore, Veer. What what are you
Yeah,
doing, man? It is did I not answer the real question?
you answered it. They're just not paying attention.
Yeah. I'm describing what Baltimore is like. I do enjoy it. I really do. I miss Spokane a lot. Um there's so many things there and reasons, but my purpose is here and I'm focused on the future, and the future is all coming together. Brothers and sisters, the new kingdom of earth is ours to claim. I am confident in saying this. The light has won. See, those who walk in the light, for those who walk in the light can see it. They can see the goodness. Goodness and light go together, right? And without the goodness, you don't see the goodness. What you're going to find is the darkness. And in the darkness, you're just going to keep stumbling, and you get really wrapped up in the darkness, and then you are lost. You don't know where to turn. You don't know where to go. I have been there, done that on more than one occasion.
Yes. Amen. It was Baltimore. Was it part of the Underground Railway to get the slaves out? I can't remember if that city was part of that back then. There was an underground railway that went all the way to Canada, all the way along up the East Coast, basically. I like
Yeah.
studying Black history. These people in the chat think I'm racist. They say I've cheered up because I'm talking, but I studied Black history. I like Black people
You're not
and Black
racist.
culture.
King
I'm
Steve.
not racist.
Hey, one of
You
my
know what
buttons
I've been studying lately are the Buffalo soldiers. That's fascinating too.
here.
Yeah,
One of my
the Black
buttons
soldier.
is Black
Jack,
history.
Jack, do you know what a Buffalo soldier is?
You got a
Black,
Black history button. Oh,
yeah. My button. Black history equals American history, and American history equals the history of labor. People ought to look into the history of labor and see how many men and women had to die
yeah.
just for safety in the workplace and weekends and overtime pay and to get the children in schools instead of the coal mines. People forget how good we've had it.
Well, there were robber barons like Rockefellers that broke up unions in the early days by killing the workers and
Yep.
stuff. Like there was violence. There's a
Especially
lot of shit going on.
sorry, Stephen, but yeah, especially the labor organizers. They
Yeah.
were murdered and placed under this Red Scare, right? They're communist agitators. They're trying to take the profits away from the owners. That's thievery, man. It's all about the
Yeah.
profits, baby. That's the American way. That's what built the empire.
And
Oh
I've
my
changed.
God.
When I was young, I used to think that this was a long time ago, but I would think I wanted to be like the plantation owners and be rich and have a mansion and
I
didn't care if I had slaves like Jefferson or whatever. But I've
I had
changed
those
since then. I've
thoughts.
changed my tune. I don't want black people picking cotton for me.
No. Hey, let's welcome Danielle. If that's who I think it's
I
been
don't
a
want to be a
while.
colonizer. Hey, Danielle.
Whoa, you just called me colonizer. Shalom, shalom. I thought maybe add some color up here and say that you are a racist from a black person's perspective, saying that you're not racist. Just
Exactly.
saying. Just
What?
saying.
Agreed. Agreed.
Saying I'm not racist makes me a racist?
It actually is a red flag. It really is, Stephen.
Why is that?
You do actually.
I'm
Yeah,
not
but
a
wait a second,
colonizer,
You're
Jack.
Jack.
bringing
I
it
love
up.
black
You did
people.
it too. You minimized it
I,
and said that the
yeah,
racism is
you're
not like it
guilty.
used to be in Northern Idaho.
Yeah.
Haha, the trick's on you. I am a racist.
Oh, you're
Now
racist. Well, Danielle or whatever his name is, I'm not a colonizer.
Nah, you called me a colonizer.
No, I didn't call you that. Dude, I haven't slept in like 5 days. I'm sorry if I misspoke, but
Here.
I
Hey,
hardly know what I'm. Go ahead.
actually, and not to beat you with too many things while you're tired, but we're talking about it.
You
Wait,
call me a racist.
the way you talk, Stephen, you
Yeah.
bring up a lot of red flags, and I know part of it is you like to push the boundaries and you like to get reactions, and I know you're very in control of your mouth.
So's Margot with her
But
mouth.
Jack, you minimized
Hello.
the racism in Spokane. You said it used to be there. It's not as bad as it used to be. That is trying to glorify any changes that they've made. It still exists, therefore it's bad.
What if it's true that it's not as bad?
They let the darkies live there though, Margot. It's not like they keep them out of the town. Go ahead.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Did you just say
hello?
darkies?
Yes, he did.
Well, I meant I'm sorry if that's an archaic term, but I meant Negroes.
If Steven really was feeling sad, he's feeling better now.
It isn't
So
just
at least we have that.
You have helped me feel better. Thank you, Denizen.
Better
You're
now.
welcome.
It was me.
Yo, that's crazy.
It may have been you,
Margot.
Margo.
The owl lady, the owl teacher.
Old lady.
Hey,
No,
Danielle.
owl, not old. I didn't
Oh.
call her old.
If saying darkies really makes him feel better, is it really that wrong? I
It's
mean,
quite a good
listen to the
word.
joy in his heart.
The darkies.
Come on, Jack.
Should have given up on that word. That's a great.
Like everyone
I would've
loves
kept
focusing
that.
on blacks being slaves. What about who was previously slaves before the blacks?
The Slavs?
The white
Slavs,
people.
yeah, white people, yeah.
Native Americans.
So I'm just saying, predominantly
The
most white people
Chinese.
slaves before black people. So why is
The-
black people being focused on
The
more?
Indians kept blacks
How
as
about
slaves.
how
too.
about this? How about this?
Hispanic.
I suggest that God has given us all the answers. We can end slavery when we stop allowing us to be divided. See, we're many today are wage slaves right now. There's actually real life slavery happening here in America as well, right? Immigrants are being exploited, children are being used, plus all the sex trafficking and all this other stuff. Slavery is still here, and why does it happen?
Yeah, but they all have
Unfortunately.
EBT.
Well,
cards.
I'm kind of curious if the folks that talk about they want to have slaves, what about we enslave them and let's see how they feel?
How about we
You're for
do what is
slavery.
right? Here's something I learned about history, and it's kind of disgusting when you think about it.
Where did you learn about it?
What's that?
Where did you learn about it? I want a source.
How about you shut your trap and listen first?
There's the Jack we know and love.
I mean, seriously though, Margot. You couldn't wait until after he said
No
it.
anger in Jack.
Well, I want to know the source. I mean, if he's going to share information with us, I want to check it out. I'm checking the source right now. What's the source?
Are we talking about the slaves before black people?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay, well, right here's a source. Right here's a source. So what now?
Where'd she go? The Muslims were definitely slave traders, and trust me, they enjoyed trading white people. Oh man,
She wasn't talking about
Jack,
you though.
If
She was talking
you're
about
allowed
what
to
Jack
say
was
whitey-
about to say, which is why he reacted the way he got irritated by it. But
Thank
Jack,
good move putting her backstage rather than going further down the fucking anger spiral, Jack. I saw that.
Jack, we're all like inside. We all bleed red, no matter what color we are on the outside. We all bleed red, and I don't think the word "darkie's" that offensive. They say the word "whitey." It's all in good. It's all.
Can
in
you
good humor.
please? You don't have to defend everything, please, Stephen. Okay.
Okay.
Personally, I don't choose that word. I don't really think it's the most appropriate word, but you be you, boo. Okay? I mean,
That sounds black. I think you're stealing a
I don't
cultural
care.
appropriation. The UB.
I
That's a black phrase.
I
Come on,
probably did. I probably
did.
did.
You're
Thank
guilty.
you hey, I'm guilty of appropriating current lingo. Yes.
Black women say that. You sound like a
Clearly.
black woman. Yeah.
Clearly. Now, the point I was trying to get at that Margot wanted to quickly interrogate me for the source, it was actually an observation on history, really. I think it's a disgrace on America when you think back to what it was. First of all, slavery in itself, exploiting men and women and children, putting them to labor just by your
Horrible.
will.
Even
right?
white
It's
children were
disgusting.
in labor in mines and stuff. I've seen pictures, and
So-
some of them were picking cotton too. The white kids.
Yes, that's
For
how it
aspirin bottles
started.
and
It
stuff.
started with this idea of debt. Initially indentured servants, and they saw how
Yeah.
profitable that was. We can't let this end, so they got to recruit more labor. So get the unwilling over and don't educate them. But here's the point. At some point, magically, by the stroke of a pen, things changed, allegedly, right? And allegedly, all of a sudden, our brown, black brothers and sisters were free, right? But they were told
Allegedly.
here, right? Allegedly, they're
Yeah.
told here, you're free to be like us. Now, go earn your way on your own.
The
Not
reason I
only-
said allegedly is because they have a couple million of them in prisons right now making license plates for like $1 a week or whatever they get paid. So that's a form of slavery of the government and these what would you call them, private prisons and stuff. It's another plantation.
Can I interject
These-
for a second?
Please do.
Just for a quick side note, like some folks recently, I've actually heard from a few Black people that they actually like did not want segregation. Some Black folks actually felt like we were doing better off by ourselves. And most of these older women, they will tell you straight up, they would rather be Black schools and Black communities all over again. But there was actually a thing called Black Wall Street too. That got shut
They
down.
bombed it. Yeah, they burned it.
By who?
I heard
By
about
who?
that.
It got bombed because there was being
the Jews.
well, it was being hated upon, and there are a lot of communities that disappeared and vanished that were Black communities that they did not want. So you got to understand that just because certain races are prevailing, there are certain people that just don't want that to happen. It's hate everywhere.
Right. And hate, we can't overcome hate with hate. And that's why we've got to find the willingness.
Only
and
love can do
power.
that.
That's Dr. King.
They were trying to
Hell
keep
yeah.
the blacks down. They bombed the Negro
From
town
prison.
of,
He wrote that while he was in a jail
Black
cell.
Wall Street.
American history is disgusting, but we have had some incredible, amazing human beings before us and amongst us today. We are living at a time unlike others in the past. But here's my theory is this is the time of prophecy. Soon the world will be celebrating completely, right? With the end of corruption and evil, because that's the natural order of things. What
And
God
all races come together? Is that part of the prophecy, or what's going to happen?
we're all just different children of God here on this beautiful, amazing Mother Earth. She's so giving. She is so giving. And we're doing such disgusting things to our oceans, to our mountains, our river. I mean, we're just, we're
pissing on Mother Earth, essentially.
Mankind. Here's the revealing of the unbearable truth that God has shown me, and I believe will be showing the world. We were misled. We allowed ourselves to be misled. We fooled ourselves. We were fools. We've got to figure it out.
You called me a fool earlier, but you know what? I got to laugh about it. But Jack, were any of your heroes Rosa Parks and Martin Luther, MLK Jr., and those activists, the black, what would you call them? Activists. I don't, for lack of a better term.
The leaders.
MLK for me, for sure.
MLK?
Not so much Rosa.
MLK is really common, but you also got Huey P. Newton and Malcolm X. Those two are very prominent people.
Yes, they are.
I remember Malcolm X.
Somebody who is very more like closer towards our time is Daryl Davis. He actually joined the KKK and was allowed to see some of their intricacies.
As a black man, just to mind you, if you didn't know who that
Daryl
was.
Davis.
Yes, I remember that story.
Oh,
Yeah.
he joined. What?
This is something.
Look him up.
Go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
He joined the KKK? Is that what you said?
Yes,
So-
a black man did it. Here, please share some of this.
So
Okay.
I'm going to introduce you. Already know who I am. This is my friend Osiris. He's the one who's
Hi,
talking.
Osiris.
Hello.
Blessings, brother. Blessings. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, brother?
All right, tell
How
him
you
about Daryl.
So Daryl, excuse me, I'm eating, but
I'm
Daryl
hungry.
pretty much managed to convince, I believe, 2 white dragons to actually leave the KKK. It was real hard for him to get in at first, but he was very persistent, and his whole ideology was, kill him with kindness, And so he met with these guys, had interviews. They brought him in. They even showed him some of the inner workings of the Ku Klux Klan. And by the end of it, he actually got them to leave the Klan, and they had a more of appropriation for the black men. I would say everybody can be racist. You can be racist to whoever you want to be. You know, me personally, I don't like Indians because I just had bad encounters with them.
You what?
know, me personally, I think
You
Indians
racist. You're
look,
racist.
look, we all have our biases, right? But if I see an Indian person walking the street, I'm not going to treat them any wrong way just because they're an Indian person. Okay.
Yeah, you
Are you
shouldn't
talking
do that.
about Native Americans or people from India?
No, like not Hindus, but you know,
Red
people
dot on the
Dot
forehead
or
or feather?
scammers, man, scammers, bro.
Yeah, they're Hindu.
Oh, Hindu, yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and hate every single person. It's just I
Well, they're
have bad
still human,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm human
right?
too. So
Like you don't
You know.
want to just wipe them out, like euthanize them or anything like that. Like that.
no, absolutely not. No, I'm not. That's too drastic. But
Yeah,
all I'm saying is everyone's free to dislike who you like. But you know, the whole account of slavery, it's old, but that's just how we're not going around conquering people. You know, if you really want you a slave, go ahead and go ahead to your next neighbor, beat them upside the head, turn them into a slave, you know, see how that goes.
Get him
for
a
you.
job.
You know, but
no,
at the
don't
end
do that. Don't-
all
Don't
I'm
beat
saying
up anyone.
is, yeah, well, you're gonna go to jail and you might end up dying for it, but it's just metaphorically. But all I'm saying is, don't do that. You know, we don't need to go and do that. It's no need.
It
for
doesn't feel good. No, you wouldn't want to do
We
that.
I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
We can
Not
actually.
everybody's the same. Sorry, Jack.
This is the thing about what I'm suggesting. From the advancements, if we learn the lessons from the past, from the advancements in technology and mechanization, and the corporate and especially when we end the corporate and government secrecy, mankind will no longer be slaves to the international banking cartel.
Absolutely.
Do you know about all that stuff, Don?
Government just wants power over everything.
What about
like,
the drug cartel?
Why does the drug cartel exist?
money,
Money.
power.
Money,
Because
money,
well,
and
well,
Mexicans.
Look
They
at,
want
look,
it.
at the
Because of
new,
the
look at the new
illegality
president from
of
Mexico.
drugs.
She's straight up a fucking cartel leader. Like you can straight up look
if,
at her.
if the
and say,
drugs
Really?
if the drugs weren't illegal, there wouldn't be.
Actually, illegal drugs make the market better. The more illegal it
Exactly.
is, the better the market.
Should we legalize it, Margot? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
How about
okay.
this? Well, how about this? We collectively using. I mean, we could easily do like direct democracy using technology. We could very easily do some form of open, transparent, direct form of democracy. We could reevaluate all these laws on the books because the reality is man's laws are not righteous. It is time for us to write the laws, rewrite the laws.
Some of them are righteous. Some of them are good. We don't need to eliminate all the
Well,
laws.
the laws were always created
That'd be a
for.
waste
Well, there's
of
only
time.
like 10 million laws, right?
Yes.
It's a lot.
If you
So
don't
now that you
understand the
found
law,
your
you are.
disagreement, what's that? Sorry.
I was just saying, like, if you don't understand the law, you're technically more vulnerable than the next person. The less you understand, the more ignorant you are, the more power the next person has over you. It's as simple as that.
That's why we have the pay
Blindfolded
difference.
you and spun you around 5 times and told you we was going to the mountains and only walked you 5 paces. How would you know that you're at the mountains without them blindfolds being taken off? Really? Perception.
Yeah.
You take somebody's perception away and they won't be able to see anything.
I like
lead
that.
them off the side of a cliff and they will definitely
Margot likes you. She wants to kiss a black man.
Oh, I thank you so much. But yeah,
I'm sorry, that was random. I didn't mean to blurt that out. But
No, I think he's absolutely right. If you take someone's perception away, what you can't think. Your objectivity no longer exists.
So, I want to bring it back to what I was trying to say is, well, Red 40, thank you for the contribution. And Trexie, thank you for your contributions. The generosities are appreciated,
I
sincerely.
wouldn't mind having some pudding
Oh,
right
that
now.
was
I'm
not.
kind of
Hey,
hungry.
Jack, I wasn't able to read that.
Nurse,
Was that from
nurse,
Trexie? I like Trexie.
Um,
bring me
Thank
my
you,
pudding.
Trexie. I didn't get
Nurse,
to read the whole thing, but I appreciate you.
here. Yeah, so
nurse.
from Trexie, please give Margot some credit for progress. I've already won, she
Oh,
said,
that's sweet.
admitting she thinks she's playing a game with you as a start. Might
Oh no,
encourage
I
others
don't.
to admit their
I don't.
agendas
I
with
don't.
you.
I don't play games. I've won in life. I'm happy.
Where's my pudding?
Congratulations.
Thank
Where's
you.
my buddy?
I'm happy.
And
I'm free. I get to spend my days helping the youth.
How could you have any pudding if you
right,
don't eat your
so
meat?
I remember that playing in our house quite a number of times.
Man,
So I want to swing us back. So, Margot, yes, there are some laws on the books that might be righteous. However, what I want people to consider is this is our lifetime. This is our lifetime to confront the
this is
unjust.
one. But there's many lifetimes. There's
But
reincarnation.
let's be here and be present, right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
In this one, because I won't disagree, right?
Yeah,
I'm reluctant in saying it like this, but it's the truth. This is our
you're
lifetime.
getting there. We're making progress.
We can change the world in whatever ways we want. We are here to imagine, to manifest, and create and discover our future. And if
Neville
we
Goddard
team up,
manifests the future.
it's all the wisdom has been around. And that's something I kind of wanted to swing back to with what Danielle and I forgot his name, sorry, were sharing regarding the stories from the
Oscar, I
past.
think it was.
Hot
The,
black guy.
the man who was brave enough, right, to as a black man to confront and go and investigate and actually
Where's
become
my
a part
fucking
of the
pudding?
KKK. That's absurd. It's insane. Yet these are the stories that heroes are living, right?
Huh? Yes. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man.
No, this food just got me in another world. But
He was just talking
What are
about
you eating? Are you guys stoned or something?
no, I'm not stoned, man. I'm just
You got the
like
munchies?
nah, bro.
wow, that's kind of racist,
Uh-uh.
man.
You know, I like food.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
Liking food
racist?
isn't racist. It's not racist.
No, I got a minor in culinary arts, so I like to show off and cook for my coworkers.
Dude,
You're a slave.
no, good on you. I'm jealous,
I'm
man.
just
Hey,
kidding. I'm teasing.
actually, let me give a little shout out and a brag. I mentioned I didn't want to brag yesterday, but 2 days in a row, our friend Midlife Bro Logic, man, that dude's got some culinary skills as well. He's made dinner for us the last couple of days. Shared dinner with me, I should say.
I didn't know he could tie his shoes. That guy can cook.
He's a hell of a
Really?
cook. He's an amazing
Wow.
cook. Yeah.
Margot,
Really.
can you cook? Would you cook me dinner?
Yeah,
You know how to cook?
I can cook. What do you want?
Mm.
I don't eat meat. I'm pescatarian.
Oh, you don't eat meat? Oh,
No.
damn.
Have my fish flown in to Arizona.
See, isn't that amazing to be able to have that? Right? We are living at such an age and time. We don't recognize all the blessings that we have. Truly, this idea I saw earlier. For those who can see it, life is pretty good. Those who cannot see it find the darkness. But consider this too. Let's carry that idea through. If you can find that life is pretty good, and it doesn't have to be always pretty good, right? But pretty good. If you can find pretty good, maybe you can find great. And if you can find that life is great, you might discover that life is perfect.
And then go share it.
With the Haitians.
I'm not sure, but that's literally what I've been doing online is I found what I feel to be the perfect life for me.
Online. Is that really living though? I'm asking a serious question.
No, Margot, you're moving the goalpost. The topic was sharing, right? So I found it and I'm sharing it. I'm offering it. I'm inviting others to join me in this life where life is great. It's perfect. And I want to share that with all the world, the entire world, especially where those people can't see it's perfect, like Palestine, right? Sudan.
But will you I apologize, but will you continue to share it online? I mean, are you going to share your happiness and the feeling of perfection that is out there? Are you continue to do it online, or are you going to go real world? That's my question.
Why do you think it's an either or? That's
This isn't real?
Thinking. You're a little bit. Well, for Margot, it's just a game and it's just pretend, and people just go online to hang out. They don't
Why
really do
can't I just
anything.
ask an honest question? And I do think that the online world is different than the real world.
Okay, sure.
I thought this was the real world.
Right. That's the way I live it. I live.
A facet.
See,
would you
Margot,
say?
what you don't get, well, you don't get a lot of things about me. It's so fucking hilarious, but it's not funny. Hasn't been funny to me, but
I don't
I'm
get
sure
that.
it is.
It's hilarious, but not funny.
Well, memories of Margot's cruelty are still with me, and they'll always be with me.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, I know, Margot. You're such a coach, right? You always got something to tell me. You love to tell me what to do, but I actually trust that you have been listening.
How did she hurt you? Like, did she touch you somewhere, hurt you in a spot?
Are you two exes or something?
No.
A lot of people think that.
So
I never
the
dated
reason
Margot.
here, let me explain for those who don't understand. Starting in 2018, after my life of alcoholism, where I met AA, in AA was where Margot and I met. Well, after that, I had a shift within me. I experienced a God, right? I found God for myself. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that's what it was. And then my life totally transformed and I changed. And then the world changed around me. People stopped understanding me. They stopped caring, showing me care. They claimed they cared about me, but I didn't see any. So as I was under attack by the officials at the Postal Service, my character and my integrity were totally assassinated. At the same time, my son had a bad dream. He imagined some things, and his mother and others chose to enable the imaginations of a 15-year-old boy. So as I was losing my career, watching my career get taken from me, I was watching my son be taken from me. And Margot and these other people, they had so much fun together, laughing together at me, joking at me, making fun of me, calling me all sorts of things. So she didn't hurt me. Clearly,
Was that in person, like laughing in your face, or
no? We were laughing with one another about other things.
And you never banged his brains out back then,
Stephen. That question has been asked in many different ways and answered far too many times already.
I never accepted an invitation to Jack's house.
There was never any sexual desire towards that beast. I did offer Margot, I think I offered her $5,000 to find a witness and have a conversation with me.
Beast.
That is true. That is true.
She found excuses to why that wasn't an option for me.
You're going to pay her $5,000?
Yeah.
What?
Stephen, I
didn't
was
know that.
desperate. I lived in Spokane in a town of, I don't know, 300, 600,000 people. And I
750.
had absolutely no one friendly towards me. Not that I could, no, that's not true. That's not true. No one from my past was friendly towards me. And Margot and others were quite cruel. She actually encouraged the guy that Snafu had on. Remember Chemo, the guy who busted into my
Yeah,
house, threw me
I
around,
remember him.
right?
I didn't know Margot knew him.
Physically assaulted me. Well, Margot and Chemo, they were in that group together, that online bullying and harassment, right?
Oh,
It was a bunch of friends. Jack wanted to join. When he joined, he wanted to talk about other things, and we didn't want to talk about those things.
Right.
And
did you
so
gang up on? Did you bully him in that group, Margot? Did you harass him or
we were
anything?
talking about vacations, and Maria was getting ready to go to Mexico, and we were talking about grandkids. And Jack would come on and want to talk about the changes that he wanted to make in the world, and we didn't want to talk about that.
Did you
That's
just
none of
laugh? Like,
those,
how did
man.
you react? Did you laugh at him, or did you call him a fool or stupid or what?
I would never call anyone. No, I mean, well, I might have. I don't know.
Tell you what,
Is this where night go
Margot,
by?
You've called him short and stuff before.
He's shorter than me, but I'm tall, so that's
Margot has made all sorts of claims about me. And it's been fascinating to watch her. She's an excellent manipulator. This show, she presents very well when she wants to. And then when she doesn't think things through, oh, you should see her. It's
I didn't
fucking
know she was friends
hilarious.
with Chemo. Did you call him fat, Margot?
Oh, they
Did you
didn't know each other
yes,
until
we do, Jack.
oh, you knew Chemo
Jack,
the group against
my
me?
father used to hunt in Curlew and Colville back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I was in Colville all the time. Do you remember the Stroyans? Janelle Stroyan was one of your
Yes,
teachers.
she is.
That was her
So,
husband was one of my dad's best friends.
okay.
We were up in Colville and
I
Truva
don't
all the time.
okay. That's not what I asked.
Was that Margot or the dog? Because Jack did call Margot a beast earlier. What was that sound?
Jack, can I ask you a question? I came on here after I don't know how many months it's been. You called me your friend. You were glad that I was back, and then all of a sudden now we're back to how you perceived what happened 7 years ago. How did we get from there to here?
You really have no idea? You
She
weren't
doesn't.
there for the ride?
This
She
ride?
has no clue.
Yeah, man. I was here.
I've asked questions. He wants
Yeah,
people
but
to
your
ask him
questions are kind of pointed and loaded and deliberate. And they
I'm
reek
very
of
clear.
whatever it is, whatever
What?
this thing is. Hold on, Margot, hold on. Whatever this thing is between you and Jack, whatever it is, because I wasn't there, but I can smell it and taste it in the conversation. Your questions and your comments reek of that, whatever that is.
Something hasn't been addressed in all these years. That's the sense I'm getting. That the whole truth hasn't come out yet.
Thank you. You guys are discerning accurately.
May I speak to that?
Please do.
First off, you and I see things differently. Remember different.
Yes. Yeah. No shit.
And it's like when I brought up that people outside of Spokane call Whitworth Whiteworth because that is what Spokane's known for. And so it goes back and forth. It's
You don't
two-way.
think Jack's racist, though, do you?
No,
So
absolutely
it's not really. So it's not really relevant, and that wasn't where the conversation turned sour, in my opinion.
I don't remember when it turned sour. Maybe when I asked when he
It's
said that he
what
said
his
that
source
he'd be
was for when he was giving his opinion before he even finished half the sentence is
he said he'd been learning about something, and I said, what's your
Yeah,
source?
I said I learned history. I learned some history. And you want to fucking jump in and interrogate me for my source. Like you're
If
some
you
righteous judge of me. And
You
Margot,
all you have
here.
to do
hold
is say I
on,
don't
Jack.
have a
Hold on, Jack.
source. That's all you have
Thank
to
you.
do.
Thank you.
Say all you have
Hold
to
on,
do is say
Marco.
I
Hold
don't
on,
have a
hold on.
source.
Hold on. We weren't deep breaths. Even with the history, we weren't this angry 80 seconds ago. So let's at least get back there. Did you hear what he said though after he put you backstage?
She doesn't
You
listen.
wouldn't have asked for a source, Marco. It was just they were accepted facts about history and his opinion on those facts. Facts I'm 100% positive you would agree with.
Would you also say that I'm on other panels asking for sources where they learn that? I asked DJM where she gets her laundry detergent. Is
I don't
inquiring a bad thing?
know. I think that it's because of the way you perceive Jack, and so you sit here in that perception. So before he can even get it out of his mouth, you're already looking to discredit it.
May I say something about that? Jack,
of course.
Didn't I send you a message when you moved to Baltimore about how proud I am of you? And you've set your goals and you're working on achieving them. Didn't I
Well,
do
Marco,
that?
let me back up a bit. I'm not
I
saying that
want I
you're
want Jack to acknowledge this first.
I'm sure he would. It's not the
Right.
point. I'm not attacking
Right.
you or saying you're a bad person. I'm
Right.
just saying you have a tendency to look to discredit Jack, whether you're conscious of yourself doing it in the moment. It doesn't mean that you're not also trying to be supportive of him sometimes, that you're not trying to do better than your worst self. I'm not accusing you of any of that kind of shit. I'm just pointing out what happened right here in front of me, and that's when you guys started at each other.
I will say that discrediting Jack is a very strong word. I will say
Can I-
inquiring or testing Jack. Absolutely.
Please.
Before he even says anything.
I apologize for interrupting him.
Well,
Jack, I
please,
apologize for interrupting you.
please recognize the questions you ask, they reveal you. Okay?
Okay. I'm fine
And
with that.
Denizen.
Totally fine with that. I own
Well,
my behavior.
and please recognize the feedback. The questions you're asking are not helping things between you and I. Okay? And I'd love to answer different questions. I'd love to have different conversations with you, Margot. I've been trying for a long time, so I truly do appreciate you here today. It's been a while. And I really do appreciate you other guys participating too. Because this is.
I think she showed up because I called her the owl lady, and then she
You
popped up
did.
in the
But-
chat.
You did.
Yeah,
May I
that's what I
comment to
think
that?
drew her.
Please.
Jack, I think you will be more successful when you are able to answer the hard questions like what's your source? What is your explanation? What do you mean by that?
Margot.
What?
Thank you. Thank you. I heard your feedback.
Okay.
Rest assured, I'm prepared for that. But what I'm not prepared for is to be interrupted when I'm simply trying to provide a general observation by someone like you who clearly, for many years, has had an axe to grind against me, and I'm not sure why.
Nope.
Okay, so you claim, but your behavior has been well documented and well observed by many of the viewers.
I will own my behavior. All of it.
Wonderful. So there's still a reason you chose to behave the way that you did. And so far,
Jack,
I know we
if
can
I
do
may,
better. Please.
we can do better. I want to ask Margot something. Margot, did you come on here today to support Jack Talcott, or did you come on just because of the owl lady comment? Are you here in support of Jack?
Well, I had some extra time after I finished with my client.
Yeah.
My phone.
But are you supportive of Jack?
I am supportive of Jack, and I think the the abrasiveness that I sometimes bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not excusing my behavior. What I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
is the behavior that I bring,
Mm-hmm.
Jack is going to face as he climbs
He'll face some
his
scrutiny,
goals.
but
Yes.
are you doing it to be a good friend, or are you doing it to hurt his feelings, or like, are you trying to be supportive of Jack, or do you have some kind of agenda?
I don't have any agenda. I am supportive of Jack. Like I said, when he moved to Baltimore, I sent him a personal message telling him I was proud of him. He'd set a goal, he reached it, and
So you
Are you saying
deliberately
deep
trying
down
to
you love
challenge
Jack
him to be
Talcott?
better?
Do you love
absolutely.
him deep down?
Do I love all humans. I love nice humans.
I'm not asking about all humans specifically. Jack Talcott, do you love him?
On a personal level, we're no. I mean, we're not
Not romantically,
we're
but
not
as a
I
person.
wouldn't say that Jack and I'd say that Jack and I are friends. We were
I
a member
wouldn't.
of a fellowship together, and
I wouldn't call us friends.
okay.
I
You
mean,
called me that at the beginning of your you called me that at the
you're
beginning of your
you're right. I want to call you a friend. I know that I could, but based on the patterns of unfriendly behavior, the constant belief that I need you to fucking bully me to be
I don't
better,
need me.
fuck you, lady.
I don't
Seriously.
think you need me. Don't say
Right.
that.
I don't need you, and I've never needed you.
You're
But
always going to face
when
abrasiveness.
I asked you to help me, you weren't there. Matter of fact, you were amongst those who spit at me,
I didn't
who
spit at you.
mocked me, who laughed when my son was gone. So fuck you, lady. Those are the memories I've got of you, Margot.
Jack, do you
That's
feel
very godly
betrayed
of you,
by
Jack.
Margot?
Those are very godly things to say, Jack.
Hey, your behavior is you.
That's
Do you
Well,
feel
what
like
crazy,
about
bro.
your behavior, Jack?
And what is my behavior, Margot?
You're online right now
Mhm.
in front of, I don't know, 39 people. I don't know how many people are here, telling another person on your panel to F you.
Yeah,
And
but
what was the context?
I can't read your mind.
No,
he
I
told you
explained
out
it.
loud.
Yeah.
He told you out loud with his words, and
Thank you.
you make Margot. You make sure to deny every single incorrect accusation. So when you don't deny it, it speaks volumes. The stuff that you just let him skip on to the next thing, and it tells me you think you did it too,
Did what?
because
I'm not.
you
No,
laughed at him, you
I'm
mocked at
not
him,
being.
you rejoiced in bad things happening to him and his family.
Do
You
you think
probably
she's
told him
evil
he
then?
deserved it.
Denizen, I wouldn't
Many
want.
times. Many times she did.
My son died. I would never want a child removed from their parents' home unless they were not safe. And Jack tried to commit suicide.
Mm. And when was that, Margot? Was that
Jack,
before my son was gone or long after he was taken from me?
I don't know, Jack.
Right. Bring it into context, lady.
Did I
I
call
had
the courts?
lost
Wait,
my
Did I
son.
call
Jack, don't yell.
CPS
Jack,
on
don't
you?
yell. Jack,
Did
Jack,
I call the courts on you?
chill,
Did I call?
because listen to this lady.
You're right.
Did I
I'm-
call the
She
police?
just said she didn't even know when it happened. That she just used it as a reason for your son to be taken
I think
away.
we should
Let the
get it all
audience,
out.
yeah, don't
I
scream
do.
over her.
Thank you.
Jack's son was not taken away from him lightly. The courts don't do that.
Mm. Mm.
How do you know?
And Margot, did the courts take him from me?
I don't know, Jack.
Right.
Oh my god!
Right.
Oh my god, dude!
Court snatch kids from families like
I
candy from a baby. Like that shit.
Not
So
only Danielle. Not only that,
Denizen,
we all know
Denizen,
that.
if I
But
said I knew
but
the
she
courts,
just used the courts taking a kid away as an excuse for what happened to Jack. And then when he asked her if she even knew the courts had anything to do with it, she said she doesn't know.
Jack
That's
has
what you
shared.
need to understand about this fucking woman, dude.
Denizen, Jack shared that happened.
Margot.
And then he asked me if it happened. I wasn't there. I've gone off of what Jack has shared.
Margot.
I've heard that. I've heard that before.
Hey.
Why don't you tell the truth then? What happened with the courts? Why dance around it? and then say you don't know about it at the same time?
Because I don't know about it.
Right.
I know what
So
happened at my
Margot,
school
Margot,
because of the
how
situation.
about this, Margot? Let's bring it back to a little bit of individual accountability. I accept mine. So let's ask Margot, why don't you know by now? You've been using, you raised the claim that part of the argument against me is the appearance that the courts took my son away, but that's not the story.
Okay, all right, then you have
And I've never said it that way. Never once, Margot. Never once
Margot,
have I
has
said
Jack
it that
ever
way.
told you that the courts took his kid away?
He has said that his former wife had
How about I answer?
brainwashed. Remember, you said
How about
No,
I?
please,
How about
please
I?
let her. Please, Jack, please let
you
her.
said that that Gina had brainwashed your son, and
When
that
does this get to the courts, Margot?
I don't. And I think Jack said that he. Well, no, he did say that he went to court for full custody. I do know that.
That was at the time of the divorce.
Yeah,
in
that's a routine
2006.
procedure in a divorce.
That was 2006. Over a decade, 12 years, in fact, 12 years before what we're talking about.
And
So get your facts straight, Margot.
I can't, Jack. I don't know if you lost your son prior to the involuntary when you were put in the mental hospital. I don't know if you lost your son before then or after then.
Wow, you don't know anything, but you'll use it all to imply what happened. That's amazing.
What am I implying?
Listen, Margot, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you like Jack will.
Anybody
who's been listening and has an IQ above room temperature just witnessed what you just did, what you just admitted.
Okay.
Even
please
Trexty.
hold
I
on
agree.
to that and let it soothe your anger, because I get why you're resentful towards her, but you gotta let that shit
Hi,
go, brother,
Trexty.
and let that truth that just happened right here live on this fucking live stream, let that comfort you, brother.
Thank you, Dennis, and thank you sincerely for your coaching with me. And
Wow.
I would like to welcome.
This is a circus.
Trexty.
Go on. What next? Okay, hi Trexty.
Trexty.
I'm ready for you, Trexty.
So I'm just interested because I've been watching for a while, but I don't know. StreamYard kept crashing, so hopefully it won't dip out.
Welcome, Trexty. What do you have to add to this? Do you have some thoughts?
Please.
Yeah, hi, Stephen. I have thoughts, many of them, but one of them was, what is the intention? I suppose it's funny you asked me, Stephen, but we could come back to you, I suppose. But with Margot, I know I've seen you call Jack a dishonest creature and stuff, and it kind of puts me in mind of seeing Stephen call him a demon and all this. And then turning up with very, sort of sweet and polite persona, everything seems quite sweet. Not like Jack, because when Jack gets frustrated or angry, it's up front. You get to see it. It's not hidden. So what's going on here?
I don't know how I got dragged into it with Trexty.
No,
but carry
like
on.
I said, I was talking to Margot. I said it puts me in mind of you turning up with the polite voice after calling Jack really weird.
Affectionately, I've called Jack that.
Oh, such affection. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to your affection
He's
in a
called
while.
me disgusting and all sorts of things, a fool. But anyway, go ahead.
we'll talk.
Allow the example and let Margot, please.
Yeah, let's talk about Stephen's affection another time. What I was wondering about is, Margot, I heard you a minute ago going, well, look, Jack, at how you're speaking to me now, and in front of however many people, because Jack gets frustrated. Why do you think he gets so upset? What do you think triggers him so much with what you're saying or doing? Because I know you're doing it in a very, very polite voice, and there was been a prerequisite. I work with children, and I'm, so there's all the goodness. So or sorry, what you came on to explain how you'd been doing great work or whatever. So you've done lovely things,
Politeness isn't bad. Hello, El Piro.
and no, absolutely not. I'm not saying that. What I'm asking is, what's the intention with showing up for somebody who, if we're really honest, it's not like I want to support Jack. Are we really going to play that game? Because
Well,
it's not
Trixie,
support.
number one,
Is it support?
I want nothing but the best for Jack. However, Jack is not always honest. When
I
Jack
know.
says it,
I talk to Jack regularly. Is it okay to ask you a question? Because you did say to if you could answer a question honestly, or if I could ask an honest question, you were asking Jack. So I'm asking an honest question. What is the intention in the showing up?
I don't have any. I
You
heard.
just you show up to Jack's channel with there's no intention. It's just to show what.
Well, I love King Stephen. I came to see him, and then Tommy
What?
was here. I admire Denizen very much.
Okay, that's
Um,
making things a bit clearer. Yeah.
Denizen was up here. As far as me claiming that Jack was dishonest, Jack does on occasion say things that are not completely honest.
So
I
you
know.
claim.
So I
Jack.
claim, Jack,
So yeah,
you
but
don't
like I
have
said, is
you
it
don't
okay?
have a
Because I
you
know
don't
I
have
know
an
you've got a lot
education
of bones to
beyond
pick
high
with
school.
Jack, and you can pick those bones with Jack. Is it okay for me to ask you a couple of questions?
Absolutely.
Because I know we're veering back to what Jack is, and Jack's dishonest and so forth. But I was just wondering. So the question was about your intention in the showing up, and then the other one was, I noticed look, Jack, at how you're behaving, because earlier on you said Jack belittles many women on the panelverse, and I asked in the chat, but I wondered about that. So that in itself was like, hang on, I don't witness that, and I've never, anyway, not whatever. Actually, it was off. It threw me off. So Jack belittles many women, and then I noticed when he got frustrated
Not
with
many.
you, no. Is that Margot? You sound really masculine, or is that someone speaking for you?
That was someone speaking for me.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm speaking to
I'm not
Margot.
speaking for her. I'm just
Excellent. Good. Don't then. So Margot, what I was wondering was, why do you think that Jack gets that frustrated when you're talking to him about his son and what happened? Why do you think he might get frustrated with it all? How do you think he might feel?
He misses his son greatly.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I
What am I
want
saying? I
them
don't
to
imagine so.
reunite,
I know so, and you know so. And I wonder, when you know a man misses his son greatly, what's the intention with this performance? I find it really, really strange. It's really odd.
I apologize, Trixie.
I don't apologize. You don't owe me shit. Nobody on here does. I'm just really curious about the intentions with people on the panel. I accidentally came across this world, and I just find it really fascinating to witness.
May I respond and answer?
Of course, yeah.
It breaks my heart for Jack. I know that Jack has attempted to, Jack did not walk away from his son. His son did not want anything to do with him any longer.
Margot, I asked you, how do you think he feels? That's not answering the question. That's you veering off into another narrative about what Jack's son thinks. I said, how do you feel?
Trixie, he's heartbroken like any parent would be.
Excellent.
Parent alienation is
And so
horrible.
Margot,
so what's
do you
the
believe
intention?
do you believe I've not Margot, do you believe I've not been accountable?
For what?
Well, I'm not sure. That's kind of the question.
Anything.
Yeah.
Any of his sins that you think you need to come up here and reminisce.
As far as your son, I believe that your actions have pushed him even farther away, because he doesn't know exactly what you're doing or why you're doing it. But that's just my opinion.
Right. So I'm to be blamed because
I'm not blaming you. Those are his
Well,
feelings.
well, here,
You're not
Margot,
responsible for his feelings.
Margot, I know.
Can Al Perro say something?
Yeah, he's been here, please.
Two things I'd like to know. First of all, is what your investment is, and second of all, related to your last your last statement, how the fuck do you know what anybody feels?
I don't.
Then why are you saying
Well,
that his son feels a certain way? You don't know. Again, you're stating things you don't know, which you stated this entire show.
As you knew them.
And unfortunately, Margot, this is the thing. You've made a lot of claims in the past many years regarding Jack Talcott, my
And
son.
you've made a lot of claims about Margot.
Name them.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, is that relevant to what I was saying, Margot?
Well, if you're going to say that I've made claims against you, well, that train goes both ways.
Have the claims that Jack made about you been really detrimental or possibly kept you from reuniting with family or anything of the gravity of what the things that you say
Fair.
may?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What if I said
you want to wait, Margot?
Yeah, could you answer that?
You want to compare those two? I said things about you. You said things about me. Now let's place each of us in the context of our lives too. What were the consequences? Were you damaged by the things I said about you, Margot?
Well, I had security outside my condo for 2 weeks.
Oh.
That says nothing about Jack and what he might have said about you, though.
Jack, when you put the picture on Facebook asking for personal information about me.
Shit. Okay.
Jack, it's okay. We've witnessed this one before, and I think Margot thinks that like people are. Is it Denison that just said people with an IQ above 40? We've witnessed this shit. That's Facebook. You had security outside of your house.
I was not the one that posted the security outside of my condo.
But the implication is clear. Jack is a terrifying, dangerous man, a terrifying man.
I didn't say he was dangerous, but when you post something on social media wanting to know personal information about someone, people don't know if you're a stalker. They don't know if you are dangerous.
And so what is your position in
I've seen the
details about Jack and his family? What is your position in that? You have no qualification for it, yet here you're the one of the main proponents of it.
What?
You were just talking about how people have no right to be talking about personal issues about somebody else on the online social platforms and stuff. And here you are, one of the main proponents, talking about Jack and his family relationships when you have no interest in it.
I did not post. Number one, I did not post on Facebook wanting to know anything about Jack. And Jack likes to say that I damaged him in Spokane, Washington, and made turned all these people against him. I have a life. I'm busy.
Oh, you're so busy that you're no longer doing it, right? Yeah, here we are 3 years in, and you're still doing it online and posing that Jack is a bad man.
We're all
Tell me
here.
how you stopped.
Are you kidding?
Tell me how you stopped. You're here on this channel today, still doing the same thing.
Please don't. Please back down. Okay, let's take a breath. We're not. No reason to be attacking Margot, though. I bought into your little red herring. For those who are wondering, Margot, once again, you are misremembering, misrepresenting facts.
Not correct.
Jack was never posting, seeking your attention. What I was seeking, Mark, holy fuck. I've proven this before,
no, you have not.
I've proven this before, like Trexty has said. Okay, so Margot, please, you're not the boss here. Chill out or you're gone. I appreciate this sincerely because, as Denizen pointed out, I need do nothing. Margot, you're revealing yourself.
And
okay?
well, the thing is, Jack,
I don't care.
Hey, well done.
That's amazing.
Can I just say as well, Jack, I know you asked, or Margot said, like, I came in here again, with the best of intentions. And you're you're a better person than me because I know you're always open to that. That's the case. That maybe this time the person is, willing to do better, be better. I
That's
wasn't born in
fair.
it, but I'm.
That's
Yeah, that
fair. Jack does do that. Sorry.
you witness it
It has
every
to become
time,
a
every
detriment at
time.
some point,
And like
though.
I said, he's got a better way about him. Like, and I'd be fairly open
I
and.
forgave Margot recently.
Mm,
Well, not just this week, but I mean, I said some mean things to her. She said some mean things about one of my couches in
all
my
right,
art
well,
studio.
I'm sure you'll be okay. But I just
I'm
think
okay.
that
And hello, gorgeous
good.
to me.
I'm glad that you're going to be okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know
Mhm.
about this turning up with the best of intentions, but yeah, Jack's always open to it and fair play. And also that frustration, at least it's fucking honest, and it's upfront and it's understandable considering you're not talking about some online fucking drama. It's kind of sticking into witness the glee when you do get angry. It's like, oh well, look, there's the man we're talking about. It's like anyone would lose their fucking shit and more.
I got lost on the
And
security part that she
some
mentioned. I don't
people,
know what the security
some
was
people
for.
have anger with malice, and some people you
Mhm.
can hear the hurt.
Yeah.
And those two things are important distinctions to me.
I
Yeah.
fully agree. Yeah,
They
and
are.
people get frustrated, and maybe I know Jack will admit sometimes I didn't deal with that well, or I said something out of
Oh, yeah.
frustration. But it's entirely different to contrived, planned. How can I make
Yeah.
this look? It's a very
Jack
peculiar
has
way to
made some
behave.
progress. He used to be angry every day when I first found his show. It
Yeah.
was
So
almost
talking
every
about
day. And he's,
progress, is it okay? I don't want to take over, Jack. Is it okay
uh-huh.
to talk? Yeah. So, with yourself, Stephen, I'd asked at the start about intentions and that, and you're talking about progress. What about you, Stephen? What do you reckon your progress is when it comes to change and honesty and all that stuff? Because there was
Well,
talk about
Dennison
it.
said earlier, I'm making big changes and big progress. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm trying to find my feelings. So I am working on things. I'm trying to make
That's good.
progress.
Okay.
And I
And
think
so,
But
yeah.
Trexie, I have a question for you though, if I may. Why
Mhm.
are you always so fixated on me, not just on here in the chat? There's something about you. You're kind of like my Margot in a way. That's the way it
not,
feels.
dude,
Yeah,
That's the way it
Jack,
feels.
whoa,
Jack, please don't defend something that's so hilarious. So I know you said before
Are
about
you
me being
obsessed with me,
fixated.
Trexie?
Can I answer you?
By
Do you
all
remember
means, go ahead.
Do you
Do I
remember
need
that?
security?
Yeah, I get them outside of your house for 2 weeks. I'm a crazy bitch. The morning that we spoke, the morning we spoke, that's why we get along sometimes, not often. But the morning we spoke, you brought that up before. You were like, you have called me a snake in Jack's
I
chat.
didn't call you a crazy bitch though. I
Oh,
didn't
you
call you. I called you a fucking bitch. A
you
fucking
did talk.
bitch. Not a crazy bitch.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. I call myself a crazy bitch regularly. However, you did say, and we can both agree, I think, that you did say I called you a snake and all these things hundreds of times, and you had screenshots and you'd prove it. And I was like, okay, fucking, I know that that's not true, but you can't
It is true.
argue. Yeah,
You wanted
super.
to see them. I didn't end
Yeah,
up making a video,
yeah.
but I
But
did
that's
make a
okay.
meme of you, Trexty, with
It's
Sneaky
okay.
Snake. I
It's okay.
nicknamed you Sneaky Snake. You got the
Oh,
side-eyed look, and it's funny.
okay. So
Have you seen
anyway,
it?
no, somebody mentioned it the other
Oh,
day. It
it's
gets
good.
lost. There's a lot of stuff on your channels when I go
You're a
over there, but it's
meme.
been a while.
You're a meme.
Cool.
so.
So anyway, sorry, Jack, did you want to?
No, please
Okay, yeah.
continue.
So, okay, that's kind of one of those bizarre things where like I can't disprove, but you evidently have the proof that I did that. So you could prove it. You made a claim. I called you a snake hundreds and hundreds of times. I know that that's not true.
No, I
Either
didn't say that. I
you-
said you called me a snake, but you've said other things hundreds of times.
okay,
You're just
yeah, well,
usually
yeah,
fixated
exactly.
on
So,
me in the chat.
but I know my form, and it's just not the truth. But
Whatever.
okay,
Right.
You have
yeah,
a question
yeah. So
for me?
yeah,
Have some
because
truth.
it becomes whatever if you won't prove it. That
Right.
aside, that
I
aside,
can prove
okay.
it. You want a
Great, but
video, or what do you want?
Anyway, can
whatever,
she
yeah,
get to the
it's
point?
fine if you like. But the point being, I wonder. I don't have a fixation with you. I find you fascinating. And the reason you would see me commenting is because for a long time, Jack would have you on the channel, so you'd be there. The joke being, you said yourself, I was
I
only
have a
joking.
girlfriend,
The
Trexty. I know
co-host.
you find me fascinating, but I have a girlfriend.
I said, no,
Just kind of.
are
Are
we
you
going to do this?
single or something and lonely? I don't know. What's
Yeah.
See,
wrong?
there's no communicating with you, is
Yeah.
there, Stephen?
No, he's
You
not
know
able.
what?
I'm
I
trying,
think
Jack.
actually Steven is her Margot and not the other way around.
He's not able to
No, I
talk to me
don't
without
stalk
making it
anyone.
weird.
That's
And
that's
are you
completely false.
attracted to me? It's
No,
okay.
I'm
If you
not.
can't do well, if you can't do this, it's like I'm like the morning I spoke to you, I'm being reasonable in asking you something.
You
And I
weren't
just
reasonable that day. You weren't
But
reasonable.
today
I
is where
yeah,
we're
yeah.
at.
Yeah, and
Please.
Jack,
Okay, Jack.
Jack, to be fair, you
Fair
didn't
enough.
see that stream. I was reasonable. I think I kind of got a bit shitty at the point where you said, "Were you abused by your father? What's wrong with you, bitch?"
Going back to
And
that day, we're in the
for
now.
some
Come into
reason,
the now,
I got
Trexty.
slightly triggered. Then I'm human, but I did bring it back, and we were okay. I still wonder, like Margot, what's the intention in showing up? And yesterday you said you were having a hard time and you could see nothing in the chat other than people being awful. And
That's what I saw.
yeah, so
That
did
was
you miss
honest.
me be the terrible bitch saying, "Hey man, if you actually are feeling like that, I wish you nothing but the best." And I know
I
Jack
did see that.
because
That was one
yeah,
comment out of a sea of
but
200
but
or more.
how did you
So
get a
yeah,
sea of 200? This is what I'm talking about, Stephen, love. You can't have a sea of 200 messages in the length of time you were online. You're maybe, and this might, no, I won't. If you have been lacking sleep and stuff, maybe things are getting a bit distorted. You're not getting hundreds of people laying into you.
I didn't say hundreds of people, hundreds of comments.
Hundreds
There
of
is a
comments.
difference. There's
Okay,
not
let's.
hundreds tuned in here. I know that.
Okay.
Okay,
And
you get
look,
things mixed up. You do.
Yeah, and
But
there's
yeah,
a
there
lot
have
of
and then
been
horrible
Jack.
there's
shit
been
being said
hundreds of
about
comments
Steven in
about
the
me
chat.
tonight as
Okay,
well, but
I'm not,
that's fine.
Stephen, I'm not confused though. I don't know how to make that
You
more
seem
clear.
to be.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Well, you
hundreds of
might,
people.
yeah, you look at. I seem to be to you. You seem to see hundreds of comments at once. But what I'm saying is, I wonder about the intention. And are you able to answer that without making
The
any
guy
other
next
comment?
to me looks like a young Michael Jackson, and that's
Are
There
not
you
you
able
racist.
go.
That's
to
a
So we're
answer?
not
compliment.
going
A
to
compliment.
answer. And is there a reason for that? I think there is because the intention
Can you
may
ask
be
it again, please? What was the
what
For
question?
the
is
100th time,
yeah.
Stephen.
Either
For the
yeah,
100th time.
yeah,
What is your intention?
yeah,
Tonight? Are you talking about to be
Holy
here?
shit.
yeah.
Are you
Yes.
that
Hey,
dense?
the
How about
answer
any
I
answer?
that
I
is the
am, Jack.
answer.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
the
the
fool that
answer.
you called me earlier. You called me a fool. My intention here is tonight is to get help. That's what I said. I was crying out for help when I
Yeah.
came on here.
And that's what I wondered about. So, what is it in a man who you
Why would you wonder about
frequently?
that? That's what I wonder. You're asking a lot of
Really?
questions, but
If
why
you'd
are
shut
you
up and
wondering so
listen
much
to
about
her
me, Trexty?
question, Stephen. Stephen, if you would
It's,
listen and allow a conversation.
hey, Jack.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
I'll be okay to communicate with
You have a crush on me, or what is it? What is it?
I want Jack to be my co-facilitator. Be like, listen to her for fuck's sake.
Bra-
Really
Bravo,
serious,
Jack.
like,
Fucking bitch. You have a crush on
I
me, or
haven't
what?
really been in a fight.
No,
Like,
I'm simping on Jack, not you. If Jack tells you to listen, you got to listen.
Your whole focus is on me every time I'm here.
You don't want
Yeah, I
attention?
am a little bit jealous.
Is
Yeah.
anyone else, do you think,
Steven.
fascinated by your behavior? Anyway. Okay, you're not going to
Yes, I
say
am
right.
fascinated.
Who-
I wouldn't say
Yeah,
fascinated, but confused.
yeah, it's
And the only
All
reason
confusing.
I
right,
wouldn't say
darling.
fascinated,
All right.
Trixie, is because I've
Yeah,
studied people like Stephen for over a decade. So
All
I'm
right,
kind of
darling. I'm
yeah,
sure
the
you have,
novelty. The
Denizen.
yeah,
novelty is worn out. You know.
I'm
yeah.
sure you've
Well,
studied. Yeah.
I've spoken to him as well about my own interest in like human behavior and that, but it's yeah. I just wonder what's
You're
going on.
so
And
genuine and authentic,
if you
Trexty.
we've
I
talked
see
about
right
that.
through you. I
Do
see
you
what
have
you are.
What is
Jesus?
she?
Yeah, tell me.
She's not authentic. She's very
No, no. What
sneaky.
am I? Don't tell me what I'm
You're
How's
not.
talking over me. You're not letting
yeah?
me answer.
What am
That's what you
I?
did on my
But you're
show.
not answering though. It's a
That's what
non.
you did on
It
my
was a
show. I am
Margot
answering.
answer.
I'm
Hmm.
telling you what she is. She's phony. She's inauthentic. And she's sneaky. She's a sneaky snake. And she has an obsession with me. There you go.
Anyone?
So,
Anyone
she
noticing
says that she's
anything?
not sneaky.
Who cares if a sneaky person says they're not sneaky? What
I'm
Where's
does
the
just
that
saying. How
evidence?
do
does
you
that
know
mean?
she's
Where
inauthentic? Where's the
where's
inauthenticity?
where's the evidence
Because
of
I've
my
watched her. I've
sneakiness?
studied her just like you say you studied me, Denizen. I've studied her comments about me for months on
Devin,
here and her
maybe you can
behavior.
ask because he can't seem to answer me. Will you maybe or somebody else ask Stephen about where's the
Oh, I
evidence of
answered.
my underhandedness or my sneakiness or my
Yeah, I'm curious.
inauthenticity?
Well,
Where
I'm
you
still
seeing it?
looking for a single example.
Me
Hundreds of
too.
comments over the
Stephen,
months
Or the
Stephen,
hundreds of comments that you won't
Stephen.
show
Yeah,
anyone.
Right.
by
Well,
you.
Mhm.
Stephen, you've got a perception problem, dude. It's
No,
glaringly obvious, and I actually,
others have noticed her comments. I don't have a
Trexty,
perception problem.
Trexty, thank you for joining because Stephen, you have actually been not a blessing for me.
Oh,
Okay,
Jack, come on.
I've not actually appreciated you. I've tolerated you. I felt
Really?
pity for you.
Yet you
I
say you're confident you could help me, but you've just tolerated me.
He
yeah,
could if
You're
you
all
wouldn't
over the
be
map,
if you
dude.
wouldn't be a
Which is
prick.
it?
He would.
Stephen,
Jack? Sorry to talk over you, and
go ahead.
well, I'm not because I want to say something over you, so I'm not sorry. But Jack, I didn't turn up with the intention of I don't want this to turn into a fucking dog pile, whatever, with Stephen, because I know that this is why it's not my obsession that Stephen would like to pretend is happening.
No,
It's
it's not.
support of you because I know, because I talk to you rarely on here. I don't give a shit about the panelverse. I don't have have a channel for watching YouTube. I've no skin in the fucking game, but you're my friend. And I know that you do genuinely fucking have your heart open to every time he comes in or anyone else. Yeah, I would fucking help if you're open and you weren't acting up or being a sneaky fucking snake or whatever. I didn't come in here to rile it up, so I probably will leave it. But I'm sure the comments were quite telling there. I'm inauthentic. I'm a snake.
It's
Really, to quote whoever the fuck came up with "that's you," it was really appropriate right there. I
Yeah.
hope Stephen does get
I
better.
think
And
that was Jack. Wasn't that you, Jack?
yeah. Oh, good man. I didn't know where it came from. I seen it. I saw it a few times, but I know that Stephen can't believe in sincerity. There's a reason for that. I might find him
Yeah.
abrasive. I might find him creepy. I do genuinely want him to do better. I'm not maybe as open-hearted and loving towards him as Jack would be. Jack will reach out to him privately because that's the nature of him. I'm not quite that fucking invested in him. I don't wish the man any harm. I'd love to see him get better and do better. And I do genuinely mean that. But that's it. That's all. Good night, gentlemen. Mind yourselves. I'll talk to you later, Jack.
blessings.
Peace.
Thank you sincerely,
Love you,
Trex.
man. Good night, man. Good night.
And Stephen, I think he exited himself. I think I didn't drop him out, but and I didn't mean for this to turn into a Stephen thing or a Margot thing, but holy cows, this life thing, we never know what it's going to bring. What each day is going to bring, we never know. Stephen, if you're listening, I do hope you feel better, and I am available. I am serious. I'm confident I can help you. See, this is what I think is maybe a little, this might confuse some people because this is what I'm a little different with. I'll help someone I hate if it's the right thing to do. So even if someone thinks I hate them, feel free to reach out. My heart will overcome my hate, my opinions very easily.
Same.
Well, I'm never going to ask you to be my sponsor, Jack, but I'll keep coming back.
Much love. Hey, I'm feeling now that we got through that, any topics or thoughts, feelings that have been wanting to come out?
My mind is blown right now.
Which part? I mean,
Just all the revelation after revelation in the last 20 minutes.
Hey, and Denizen, sincerely, thank you. Helping keep me. Don't let Jack be a damage to Jack, and let it come out, right? Because my mind has been blown by how some of the people in my life have treated me. Margot is exhibit number one. As she admitted, she doesn't know, but
Yeah.
she's running around like she does, acting
Like she's an
like she does.
expert. I thought Margot knew more about you and your past than anybody until fucking 25 minutes ago.
And that's why I asked what her investment is, because she really doesn't know Jack. She doesn't know Jack's family. She doesn't know anything, and yet she's the go-to.
Well,
That's crazy, bro.
This world is fucked.
And she's got all the opinions too about exactly how wrong you are, what you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, don't tell her how she's implying everything, though. Don't tell her that. That's too obvious. How the fuck do you not see that as everything she said was merely implication? Because she said she didn't know. Then you're merely implying.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Margot has been patient in the back, and for the most part, especially on these panels, she communicates for the most part pretty respectfully. So let's see if we can return some respect and see if we can have some resolve. Margot, are you there still?
I am.
Thank you.
Thank
you want to
you.
offer anything since you've been patient and you've been here?
I can see where Dennison has come to those conclusions. I don't.
What conclusions?
Some of the things that you said when I was up here.
Well, what specifically? Because I don't really come to too many conclusions.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No, that's fine. I mean, if you say something and I disagree with it, we'll have a back and forth.
Yeah. What conclusion would you think you came to?
And I do share my opinions. And I tell Jack what I think of him, and I do tell Jack when I don't think he's telling the truth.
But Margot, when you tell me and others, do you consider your lack of information as well as the little bits you might remember?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, but when you were asked about some of the things today, you admitted you don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the court system.
Right. So let me
said that your son was taken away from you.
Well, Margot,
wait, hold on. I couldn't hear what she just said.
You're right. I apologize.
Jack said numerous times that his son was taken away from him.
Right.
Correct. So
I do know that he's also said that his former wife, did she get restraining orders or no contact?
No.
So here's what I see, Margot, and you correct me where I'm wrong. Nobody asked. You weren't asked about that. I asked you about what conclusions I came to, and you started talking about some of Jack's dirty laundry. You see, that's what I see. And the same thing earlier, you implied 3 separate times, you implied that you had information to know whether or not something was true, and you implied it was true. And then I flat out asked you if you knew, and you said you didn't all 3
Well,
times.
you had said, did the courts take Jack's son away from him? I don't
Let
know
me
what
tell
that
you what,
situation was, except from
Margot.
what Jack has shared.
Okay, so how
Yeah,
about
but you admitted that Jack did not share that the courts took his son away. You
Jack had
admitted
said,
that.
yes?
I,
So
I, I don't know if the
let
courts took.
me let me offer my memory of this. Okay,
I don't
so
even know if that's relevant at this point, Jack.
well, just for clarification, there was a court hearing because of the violation of the parenting agreement,
On her part.
right?
On
On
her part.
on
On
her
her
part, a violation of the parenting agreement. Uh, I went to I had to fight to get her to mediation. And in mediation, we agreed that she would get our son into counseling.
She did not.
And she was playing games with the whole procedures. And so I took her to court for contempt of the parenting plan, contempt of the agreements. And unfortunately, well, she paid 10,000, got a good, decent attorney, and you know, or she paid what she paid. Let me not assume or misremember. She hired an attorney, and I went in representing myself, and I had not stumbled across or learned what I've learned about the courts of law. I was naive and foolish, and I thought the truth would matter. And I thought if a father could speak, then things would be understood. But I never got to really. The court took a written statement, the attorney, and came in well prepared, and so they presented some opinions against me, and my petition for the contempt was denied. So that's the part the court was involved, Margot. Did the court take my son away from me? No, his mother did. When he was 15.
Margot, the conclusion I came to is that you deliberately imply things without the knowledge to back it up because it's like a scoreboard, right? For lack of a better term. It seems that El Perro is kind of hearing what I'm saying, and maybe after he can articulate.
She goes far beyond implying. She outright accused him of rape many times and had no knowledge of it, and then said she had firsthand knowledge of it from somebody that was supposedly involved, and therefore, if that was rape, he would have been involved in the rape too. So where does this come from? It's all insanity.
It's here, and now I thought about more what I wanted to say based off what he just said. It's like it's adversarial somehow, and there's like this one-upmanship between who can hurt whose feelings, right? That's what I see in your interaction with Jack.
How does that sit?
Adversarial?
Yeah, like take into consideration everything I said because I'm not as articulate as people think I am, and I'm
Well,
struggling for
very
the right
simply,
word.
what is your investment? Very simply, what I asked you, what is your investment?
Yeah,
Why are you so invested?
And hey, Margot, and here's how you identify an investment. What's your ROI? What are you hoping to gain from this? How can this pay off for you? What do you know?
I think she's just had fun at my expense.
No,
It seems that way.
Entertainment, Jack.
I have fun on your panel with other panelists for sure.
Well, it's cathartic. It's not just entertainment, right? Like it gets personal.
The relationship with Margot has been going on far longer than I found YouTube. So Margot and others, and this has been my honest testimony. I've been saying this for a long time. people started playing games with my life. Okay. Margot and everyone else sitting around laughing while I'm losing my career, losing my family, losing my home. Everyone wants to just fucking joke around. Yeah, Jack, you got to figure it out. It's all you. Am I? Really? I chose to be denied access at work. I chose for my son to stop talking, my other people to stop talking. No, I didn't choose that shit. I chose to share some of my hurt, some of my pain. I'm sorry for that. I mean, I've learned my lesson. I try not to share any of that shit anymore.
At one point, you admitted to me, Margot, that you do not think Jack is a danger to his son,
Not
and that
anymore.
you used to think that, but you don't now.
I believe that I wouldn't even say, I think, one second. I don't think that Jack's intention were ever to hurt his son. I know that.
Right. How about this, please, while we're on this topic, because Denizen, I would love for you to hear. Margot,
Yes.
why don't you tell
Sorry.
what you remember or what you say? Why did my son choose to move away from me? Besides me punching the door, of course, I've admitted that part. I own that. I showed anger in front of my 15-year-old son. I turned away and I punched a hollow cork door, put my fist right through it. Felt good at the time.
I was told by someone close to Jack's family that his son vividly remembers a night when Jack came in and said something to him and then left him home alone in fear.
And that was it. Margot?
Well, that's what I was.
What do you remember saying about that night, Margot?
I don't know if you want me to say it, Jack.
I want you to say what you remember saying, Margot,
Your
about that
son
night.
your son remembers you saying that you were leaving to go kill his mother.
Okay. And so you've run around with that. Was I ever investigated about that?
I just said that to you, Jack. I've only shared that with you.
No, you have multiple times. Yeah, on my panel, you've made that statement in the midst of a bunch of bullshit, other stuff I've dealt with from you.
I said it because
You've made the claim. Let me finish this, please. The claim has been made that my son remembers or imagined or dreamed, Margot. See, and let's also consider, what were the facts? Did Jack actually cause any harm, or was there any perceived real threat from Jack to anyone? His mother in this case, right? Margot.
Only you and your former wife would know that for sure.
Well, Margot, you have used that against me as justification.
I like the way El Perro's mind works.
Fucking bingo!
Jack, you asked me just to say it.
Right. Well, Margot, you've been saying it. And so here's what I really want to point out. My son had a dream when he was 15 years old, the night that he's referring to, where I did leave the house and I left my son home alone. I drove myself to the ER. I was out of my mind, drunk, searching for help because I couldn't continue with the way I was living. Somehow I made it to the ER safely. They sat me there a few hours. I called a friend. He came and picked me up, took me back home again. Okay. So that was before I was sober, Margot. Before I was sober, my son had a dream and an idea that his dad was going to go harm his mother. I don't know why he had that thought. It wasn't in my words, wasn't in my heart, wasn't in my intention. But literally, Margot, from my son to the postal officials, to the union reps, to you and many others, I've been punished for what people think, not for what I've done.
Yeah, imagine
It's a hell
walking
of a
into
bag.
a post office. Yeah, imagine walking into a post office with a box of cupcakes and everybody's in fear because they think it's a bomb. Where the fuck does that insanity come from, people? Because it ain't Jack.
No,
Not the Jack that's now. Definitely not.
No, definitely not back
Well,
then either. Because a box of cupcakes is a
no,
fucking
hold
box
on.
of cupcakes.
Hold on. She's doing it again. This is the implications I'm talking about.
No.
I've been through this with you, but Margot, listen.
Margot,
I've been through this with you before. Me, not Jack, not El Perro, not Tommy. You and I have had this conversation. You have admitted to me that you don't think Jack was a danger, that you don't think he ever intended to hurt anybody. So why say what you just said? Why?
Jack asked me to share what I knew or what I heard.
That
You're
right
muted,
there,
Jack.
Jack.
You're
That
muted.
feeling you're having right there, Jack.
So,
Hold on to that,
But do
please.
you realize
Yeah.
Please, Jack.
I also congratulated Jack when he got to Baltimore and told him
that's
I was
been
proud of
acknowledged.
him.
That's been acknowledged. Let Margot please hear. Yes, I am confirming. Upon arrival to DC or sometime in this vicinity, I remember receiving a message. She's not lying. She's telling the truth. Thank
And
you.
it was
You don't need to
heartfelt.
keep repeating it, please.
But it was heartfelt.
Oh, was it?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll accept that. Thank you for the heartfelt message. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So are your accusations just as heartfelt?
They sure seem that way. She's been convicted in them. But please, Margot, are you still as convicted as you have been? I mean, you've made so many claims against me.
And I've apologized.
Yes, you've offered those words. You've said those words.
Can you recognize you're doing it again? You have been all like since you got here. But aside from like maybe the first few minutes and then like you try to stare out of it periodically, but generally overall since you've been here, you've been throwing
I
arrows his way.
I do hold Jack to the fire. I do that.
But why do you think you should? That's what I don't get. Who the fuck do you think you are, lady?
And you call it the fire like you're the source of truth and justice.
Yeah.
And you need to
I'm not
check
Jack
into being righteous.
Right.
Because instead of like what I'm talking about specifically is making negative implications about Jack's character to the point of criminality when you yourself know better. That's what I'm talking about. Why would you do that? Why are you doing that? Do you see that you're doing it right the fuck now?
And that's why I'm so intrigued about what your investment is. Because to me, it looks pretty heinous.
Keith,
please let her answer.
I must say, Keith, you flip-flop on Jack quite regularly. You will be Jack's best friend and his
I'll
biggest
give you credit
hero,
for your kung fu skills, Margot.
and
I'll give you
you'll
that.
be Jack's biggest hero.
She's good.
And
It's
then
like I wasn't even here. I'm not even here right now. Look.
And then next week you will be on someone's panel talking poorly about Jack. So for
I will. I haven't talked
let-
about Jack on anybody else's panel for a long time.
I believe that's true.
Here now, and I don't even contact him by phone anymore, do I, Jack?
Well
the
done,
only place
Margot.
I talk to Jack is here in public in front of everybody else. There is no behind the scenes.
Me too.
I'm not like you. I don't run my
The only
mouth.
time I reached out to Jack was to tell him I was proud of him and his success and getting to Baltimore. When Jack tonight
So-
said that he'd been researching Native American, no, not Native Americans.
Margot, if you
African
only
Americans.
used your powers for good.
Yes, I know. Thank you. And
I mean,
Dennis,
that was impressive as fuck. And you did it on the fly.
asking Jack what his resources were.
Before
No,
he even fucking made a statement.
I wanted to know what his
Yeah.
resources were.
Before he made the statement.
right.
When he said he'd been researching, I asked him what.
No,
No, you didn't ask him what.
no,
You
you
asked
didn't.
for a list of sources before he made the claim.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I'll own that.
But
Yeah, that's
why?
loaded.
Why
But
not?
why? What? But Margot, this is the thing, and I don't know if you're not seeing it. And I heard you say that, Dennis, and thank you for that. You may not be aware of it.
Look at that. Now she's getting the benefit of the doubt again, too. You are a fucking master. Is she married? Are you married?
She still hasn't. Yeah, she still hasn't answered your direct question, has she, Dennison?
No, and she never will.
That's
No,
what I wanted.
ask the question.
to
I will
talk
answer it.
to.
Ask the question again, please.
You got it, Denizen?
All right. Well, all right, fine. I was gonna say she's never gonna answer it because I'm not gonna ask it again. But all right, I'll indulge all of you.
Thank you.
Margot, do you recognize that you deliberately come here not to hold Jack to the fire, but to criticize and attack him? That it's a pattern, and that you're doing it again right now. Like, for example, the specific example I gave you was you and I have had a conversation about how you yourself don't believe Jack ever was a threat to his son or his family. Yet you implied it there.
I don't think that he would have hurt them. I don't think whatever he said that night, I don't think he is a violent man.
That's not answering my question.
It's not.
Do I think that he ever would have hurt his family?
Margot,
I didn't ask that either. You already admitted that you didn't.
Yes.
The question is, why would you continue to hold him to
I
that?
hate to say
To
this, but
imply
it's
it.
like an extreme roundabout. Like, oh my gosh, we just literally had this entire series of questioning. Like,
Yeah.
She didn't answer at that time.
Yeah.
that this whole series of questioning literally happened like 20 or 30 minutes ago, something like that.
Right.
So let's just give it the benefit of the doubt. Like, sorry for cutting you off, but just the benefit of the doubt that we're not going to get an answer that we seek
and move on.
No, I think we
You're
did
right.
get the answer, and we should
Yep.
move on.
And I actually agree. And so what I'd offer, Margot, today was revealing about you. I would encourage you review it for yourself and see if you can kind of pick up on what some of the others are seeing. And I want to thank the other witnesses for seeing.
Let me move on, literally, on this same conversation. So, Marco, do you recognize where you deflected my question and then put the onus on El Paro and then engaged him in such a way to take the topic and the question off of you? Did you see yourself doing that before, during, or after you just did it?
Yes, now that you put it that way, yes, I do.
Okay, so that's deflective.
If
right?
she sees all this, then let's just carry on because we're just asking her the same question.
Here's something else here, though, I'd like to point out, because what we are dealing with, it is human egos. And these are the patterns of insecurity. The insecure will deny, distract, deflect, right? They don't want to face the truth. And when asked for an explanation, a lot of people don't have an explanation. They're honest. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just here.
Yeah, and as we hear, she's admitted and said, yeah, you guys are right. She's done this repeatedly. So the question now begs, are you going to progress? Are you going to change your behavior and stop doing it, Margot?
Or why are you doing it? Because you said there might have been an investment.
There is no why. Okay, listen, mentally, we all know subconsciously that she's here to enjoy it or take some pleasure out of it, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone knows this. most people just enjoy saying bad things. Fuck, I enjoy saying bad things. I'm not a good person. Shit.
Oh,
I just feel like being nice towards people that I feel like being nice towards. Not everyone deserves kind of. I don't really give a fuck. I can go out here. Listen, I can go out here and seek kindness.
Let
and
him
get
cook, Jack.
about it. Like homeless people every day out here is asking for kindness and they don't get shit from nobody. I can do the
right.
same thing and I won't get shit in return. When I turned 18, I straight up got told everything is up to you, brother. You're not on my insurance. I'm not helping you with anything. You're on your own. So there has been no parents giving me a car, no one helping me pay rent, and so it's like I'm on my own. You feel me? So
I got you.
don't worry about how everybody else thinks about things. Just if you're gonna question somebody, take it with an open mind that not everyone's going to change.
Can I offer you a slightly modified perspective? Because
Absolutely.
I would everything you just said about yourself, I would say is true about me, except at the same time, and this is weird to say out loud considering, but when I like temporarily joined a Christian biker gang and traveled around the country with them feeding the homeless, it was probably one of the most rewarding experiences of my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, doing help for
And
others is
fulfilling.
very rewarding. But listen, you can really put the morals to test and think about it like this. If somebody got hurt and you was walking down the street, would you walk past them or would you really help them?
In this society, I would walk past them, but
And that's the problem.
that's
Like,
not the natural me, though.
yeah, but
Hey,
it takes a strong will for somebody to actually step outside of that barrier to help that person in need. It ain't just not no actual person just gonna jump out there and say, "Oh, let me help you."
wait.
You
Oh,
know,
wait, please. That's the way things have seemed. That's for sure. But it's because of the world we've been brought into. And I forgot your name. You were introduced.
oh, my name is Osiris.
One more time, please.
Osiris.
Osiris.
Like,
Blessings. I really appreciate you being here and what you're bringing.
oh yeah.
But I want to offer you. I've been studying the sciences of transformational change.
Can I have a
Okay.
refill, please? I'm joking. I'm joking.
That was, I get it. I was expecting it. So that was perfect, Margot. Thank you. And generically, right? But just consider those ideas. Transformative change. People transform. Change happens, right? And when we lean into the change, kind of like what you're talking about, you got to lean into being good sometimes. That's what I found for myself. Part of why we had the continuing conversation, what I've been working on myself is trying to improve in my ability to communicate. The online stuff has been a great place to do so, right? Interacting with a variety of different people in different ways, and I learned a lot about myself and others. So this is all preparation for us, guys. What are we preparing ourselves for? I used to prepare for the worst. I used to prepare myself for more sadness, more heartbreak, more pain, more whatever. But these
Could I
days,
ask,
huh?
what do
Please.
you mean? Like, what are you referencing towards? Like, what are we preparing ourselves to like for? What is that? Like, what is that referencing behind?
What are you embracing yourself for?
It's a broad question asked intentionally broad for a reason, right? Because
Oh,
every one of us were prepared, whether we realize it or not. The past has been preparation for today. Today is preparation for tomorrow. And one thing leads to another. We don't know when the game is going to end. We don't know when our days are done. So if we focus completely on the past, we're missing the future. We're not preparing ourselves for the blessings that we want to receive. And this is what my eyes got open to sincerely. If you can look for the good and find it, consider yourself amongst the blessed. For God is the good, and the good is with God. and those who find the God can consider themselves with God, right? For love is reserved for the good. When you stray away from good and you get into the hostile and the cruel, that's where you start learning the pain. The true suffering is found there. And so, what I've been learning truly is the topic today. We all win when love wins, but we've got to allow love to win. And if we don't think of love, it's not going to win.
I'm going to head out, Jack. So
Perfect.
I'm going to say real brief final word as it relates to this. I see it, and I've seen it for a long time, and that's what attracted me to you was your little motto there: live without fear. Because I see a lot of people living in fear, and a lot of people think the opposite of fear would be bravery or courage or something. I look at it as enthusiasm. I'm going forth with enthusiasm. Be blessed.
Much love, El Perro. Thank you sincerely.
Yeah, it's a
Appreciate
good point. Like confidence and certainty. That's the opposite of fear, right? Comfort, confidence, certainty,
I mean, absolutely.
positivity.
I feel like if somebody's having, I mean, I had this talk a few days ago that anxiety is the beast of all things. You know, like anxiety, everyone experiences anxiety. It really does make you want to shut down and stop doing what you want to do. But in my perspective, if I'm feeling anxious about something, I'll turn that anxiety into actually putting forth and doing positive towards that I'm feeling anxious about. Like, say you're on a plane, you went to go skydiving, and you're extremely anxious about jumping out that door. You jumping out that plane, but you did all the tests, you did all this stuff. Well, you're gonna jump, man. Just jump, just fucking jump. You know, that's what taking anxiety and using it for the better. You know, instead of backing out and saying I can't do it, use that anxiety and push yourself to do something that you've never done. You know.
Osiris, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
If you're finished with your thought.
Oh yeah.
How did you go from that young man that was told that you were on your own, that there was no safety net, to the insightful man that you are now?
Well, one, his actual legal name is Osiris, and that enables power in itself.
Yeah. Honestly, just to answer your question is, I wouldn't say that I'm insightful at all. You know, my family was my family's just like any other family, honestly. I mean, religious wise, we weren't really a Christian family. I'm a spiritual kid. I've grown up in a family of voodoo and hoodoo. So things are very different in my mindset, like completely different. And it's very hard to sit there and try to even explain that to people, because it's just like the moment you tell them that, they're like, oh, you're dark, you're witchcraft, you know, you're evil. It's just kind of something that you don't want to go around telling everybody, you know. But to answer your question, it's just a lot of hard work. Me personally, my parents, my mom, she was always at work. My dad would stay at home, but he was a spiritualist, so he was always doing his work. I was on my own, you know. So you kind of learn the hard way really quick, you know. And your siblings, I got two older siblings, an older brother and a sister. So they kind of brought me up, but in that kind of setting, you're pretty much on your own. So you just learn how to grow up. You learn how to manage people, and you just get through it, you know.
So
Shit.
your resilience is of a natural nature.
Lots of mental fortitude, lots of resilience. You know, at the end of the day, I was a very nonchalant person, pushing everything to the side, but you have to stand up and really say no to certain things, especially if it's bothering you, you know, like don't let no one just push you around, especially if you know it's wrong. You definitely got to stick up for yourself. You cannot let these people just step on your neck and tell you, oh, like, don't do it. Punch them in the face if you got to. within certain ranges, you know, of course, but I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, but yeah, just keep trying, man. Like if you get pushed down, bro, it's just like riding a bike. Get up, get on that bike, and just keep going. You know, like hell, I was riding a scooter, I fell down and busted my 2 front teeth. Get up, man. Your whole face gonna hurt, but get the fuck up. You know.
And I used to be afraid of falling down.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
But this is something I realized. It took me a long time to learn this. It's so obvious and simple, though. Our purpose here is to learn. We learn as we go, and if you're not if you're afraid of failing, then you're afraid to learn, right? If you develop a fear of failure, you'll get real attached to a comfort zone. That's what happened with me. And then when small things happen, like loss of a job, right? Separating of the family, it destroyed me. I didn't know how to deal with it. Oh, it's poor me. I don't know what to do. You know, for me, it was serious. I didn't know what to do. But for lots of other people, it was like, yeah, fuck, been there, done that. Next, right? You'll get through it, kid. And that's what we're all. I was thinking about this earlier, the naivety, how foolish people are. We are children. I don't care your age. We are children. Growing just another extra years is all we are. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like most of the people, like I'm 23 and I still kind of feel like I have like a teenager mentality a little bit. It still takes here and there. Like I don't know everything. I'm still growing up, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna fuck up. So it's just like ain't nobody perfect, you know. And at the end of the day, if I mess up and somebody say, "Oh, you messed up," yeah, I messed up. Show me how I can do better. Or if you're gonna sit there and tell me you messed up, then just say that, keep it going, because it's not benefiting me, you know.
And people are too scared to say the truth nowadays too. They're too scared about hurting people's feelings.
Or
Yeah,
being punished.
like super blunt people are perceived to being rude, and it's just
I
like
want
I'm
to
not.
share a 30-second clip with y'all.
All right.
Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. You are going to fuck up again in the future, quite possibly in the most spectacular fashion. Why worry about yesterday's fuck ups when you have tomorrow's fuck ups to look forward to? You are a fuck up, and fucking up is part of your growth process. Embrace the process.
Amen. Thank you. I love that guy. I can't remember his name, but you got it. The truth is actually pretty funny. When we discover the greater truth, get beyond our fears, when we can look beyond the darkness and the despair and all the problems, you can see the goodness in pretty much anyone. If you look hard enough, you can find the beauty. If you look deep enough, you'll see the goodness. And between those things, there's hope for everyone. There really is. I have faith that, well, here's the reality I've accepted. What if? What if God is using me? What if I've lived this life for a greater purpose? I mean, I actually think that's all of us. I'm just like everyone else. We are all here for a purpose that is greater than just ourselves. Now, whether we find that path or not, whether we realize that path or not, I don't know all the mechanisms involved, but I know if I can help anyone, I want to try. If anyone wants help finding what's my purpose, what's my meaning, it's the meaning you choose, it's the purpose you choose, and your purpose, your meaning can change over time. But without a purpose, life has no meaning. And if life has no meaning and you have no purpose for your life, you just entertain yourself. You spin your wheels. You start just seeing what you can earn, competing with other people because you got to have a purpose. And if you can't find someone to compete with and you don't have a purpose, well, then you're going to go to war. We're not here to be at war. I said this yesterday, guys, and I know how it sounds, but the more time I spend in pleasure, like hours of pleasure, the more time I spend in pleasure, the more convinced I am this is what God wants for us all. heaven is here. When we accept that we are children of God here in the kingdom of God, we will reclaim this world and walk with God. And when you walk with God, there is nothing to fear at all. And when you walk with love, you don't have time to waste for worry or hate or all this stuff. You got time for love, baby. That's all there is. And that actually kind of brings it back to the idea of today, the thumbnail. The Tao quote, feel nothing but love for yourself. Because each of us do have a choice. Do we want to feel love? Or do we want to feel the sadness? Sometimes it's appropriate to feel the sadness, but the idea is to push through the sadness, push through the anger, push through the frustration so you can get back to the sweet, sweet nectar of love, baby.
On that note, I'm going to go get some love.
Hey, blessings.
Thank you, Jack. Dennison, thank you for your insights and your assistance with this. You
Yes.
gave me a lot of food for thought. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you very much. Gentlemen, it was nice to make your acquaintance and spend time with you. Jack, we'll see you later. Have a good night. It was nice to see you again.
Margot, it was nice. It was nice to have you as well. And I do appreciate you. Okay.
Through all the shit, you know I act adversary and I will own my behavior, and I apologize. I do recognize some of the things that I did and said tonight. And like I said, what Dennison said, a lot of food for thought for me. So thank you again. All right. You guys have a good night.
Much love to you, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Blessings to you.
I'm humbled by you, Margot. Truly.
I really do feel grateful today. I do feel like maybe it is time to start wrapping up, though. You guys have other ideas or thoughts you want to discuss?
Not unless Danielle or Osiris have anything. I'd like to hear from them more. Otherwise,
yeah,
I'm ready to call it quits. What a stream. Holy shit, Jack. Well done.
It's actually pronounced Donnie L.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that was a dude, not a female.
Danielle, that's shit. What the fuck do I know? I was gonna ask a question.
Yeah,
like I knew the answer to it anyhow.
Anything from you guys, Osiris, Danielle? Thoughts?
No, I don't have anything right now. I'm like really tired, so I can't really think of nothing. But I did enjoy the stream. You know, lots of opinions and lots of perspectives. You know, and I always enjoy viewing different perspectives. I wanted to say, you know, just from listening from everybody, like, in my point of view, like they're saying, from seeing multiple perspectives of everybody, I always like to just sit back and just listen and ask questions. You know, I never really seem to, I like to challenge a lot of questions and a lot of authority. I'm a very challenging person. And, you know, if there are sources and facts and things lead together, of course I can make agreements with things. But most of the time, if I feel like there's a disagreement, I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody that what they believe in is wrong. Like, you have the right to believe in what you want to believe in, you know? So I kind of see it as just let that person, believe in what they want to, but at the same time, if you are able to get that person to change their mind, then that's even better. You know, getting somebody to change their mind is extremely hard because that person is stuck on believing what they want to believe. So it's just like, it's really hard to sit there and tell your opinion to someone and they believe it immediately, you know. But it's always good to share, and maybe that person will take it with them, and possibly that might blossom into something completely different. Let them think on it, you know.
That's how knowledge works.
Yeah. Like, it's good to challenge, but I wouldn't sit there and like shove what I believe down someone else's face. You know, I just feel as though like the whole thing with, because I don't understand. I don't know any of the case with you and your kid and that girl and that woman, but you know, I just kind of feel like she could have get the benefit of the doubt or something. Maybe, you know, like I don't know, eased up something like that. I don't know. I have no idea. It's not for me to say. It's nothing for me to speak on. But it was just crazy.
She cared for the well-being. She wouldn't be so aggressive in the first place.
Yeah.
I believe there have been many lessons learned, and I hope there are more lessons found with the experience between me, Margot, and many others from my past. But this is what life is. This is what I realized. The lessons are learned through us, and every lesson that we gain, it's for us, right? Every one of our lives is created uniquely, and there's a perfect order to it all. I'm sure in the end it all makes sense, because that's something I realized in my own life. I didn't reach the end. I reached the end of one stage of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of this stage, I got a chance to really, a lot of people don't have the time, the opportunities that I did. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have a social life, right? I had me and time. So what do you do with that? Well, I spent a lot of time thinking. And that's when I realized maybe that's what God wants for me to do, because I was given a decent mind, right? A strong mind. And it was my downfall in the past because I didn't know how to use it, because I didn't listen as much as I could. But I've been learning how to listen, especially since my time online. And I think it's helped me improve my ability to communicate by a lot. I took us off from where you were at, that's for sure. And then I lost.
You're fine. You're fine. Well, no, listening's good. You know, that's what everyone says. It's always good to just observe and pay attention. You know, it's never really a bad thing to sit back and understand. Like, the more you understand, the better. And 9 times out of 10, it's 3 different perspectives. It's one being told from the one person, one being told from another person, then the third person listening from both sides. You know, so it really does take a lot for a person to actually be honest and to tell everything that they say word for word, and to also include their faults within the category that they're speaking of. No person's gonna sit there and tell you flat out that they did something wrong right in front of you. But to me, it just kind of seems like if you're gonna sit there and call somebody out, you might as well call yourself out too in the process, because you're part of it. You know,
that's the truth.
Don't hide what you said. You're the piece of the pie. So just go ahead and dive in it. You know, it's no point in hiding the evidence.
And in the greatest perspective of consciousness and who we are, it really is the truth. All criticism is self-criticism, because there is truly only one self that's operating through all of us. We're just the waves of energy for this time of consciousness that are coming into being. So we want to be truly the power of word. This tongue, right? The jaw, the mandibles, and all this stuff we've got that can speak. There is power, incredible power in the words we say, the stories we tell ourselves. That creates the life we live. The stories we tell ourselves become who we are. We believe what we say, what we repeat, the stories. And I spent many years saying I wasn't good enough and nobody loves me and blah, 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 all this nonsense, the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But that became my life, and I was lost. And I found no meaning for life, and I had no purpose. Even though I had a career and I had a family and I had all this good stuff, I couldn't find the happiness. I was lost.
Yeah.
Somehow. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, being in a hole like that, I mean, it really does suck, because like you said, you're all on your own, you know, and emotionally and physically, you feel like to me, I would say that if I was in that case, I would feel as though I would have no one to lean on. Me personally, I kind of feel like most of the world is kind of like a dog eat dog world. So if I was put in a situation like that, I wouldn't feel as though anyone would be willing to help. There would be folks out there, but I would be in such an ingrained situation where I would keep myself from getting help. Like that would just stopping yourself. Essentially preventing you from getting anything good done. It really does take a strong force to make yourself, to get past that point and to step out. But once you actually step out of that area, you'll see how so many things have changed around you and better for yourself too.
That's it. My mind drifted away. You said you're 23 years old. Is that right?
Yeah.
See, there is hope for the youth.
My son turned 23 on Sunday. So I'm going to take that as another positive sign.
Man.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. And that is, right?
Yeah.
Meeting youth with consciousness and awareness, and Danielle next to you, that to me, I'm making a lot of assumptions, but with you two there, you got some good folks around you, right? So
oh no, I'm an evil son of a bitch.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, we're long in the stream, and I was talking about shutting it down, but we've got another creator all-star joining us. So let me keep it going and welcome up the Indian Jesus. Welcome to you, brother. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you. I don't want to keep you too long, but I remember you from back in the I Dry B, the I Didn't Read Your Book days, and I saw you live, and I was like, wow, I gotta come say hello.
I know for this.
Glad you did. I appreciate you. That's right. The book days. It's
Back
been a
in
while.
Yeah, man. How you been?
Feeling truly blessed. I honestly, I feel this path I'm on. I never really believed in destiny, but if it's possible, I think it's possible my destiny is going to lead me to the White House. Not for a position, but for some conversations and to provide some mentorship, the offer of support. We need better leaders in this nation. What's going on is unacceptable. I think most of us agree, right?
Yeah, I mean, the whole digital ID thing is absolutely insane, and
the whole Islam takeover is insane.
I really don't understand that. And me personally, seeing the whole thing on like social media with like what Donnell said, the Islams or whatever. Like I said, I don't care about anybody's culture. You're free to do whatever you want. Like everyone's culture is their own. Hell, I'm not gonna sit there and say stop doing what you're doing. You have your own rights. You're your own human. But at the end of the day, kind of forcefully projecting that onto other people is not right at all. That's kind of like me going down the street saying, "Oh, you need to worship spiritual law, whatever." That's not right. Like, it's kind of like keep it. I know it's gonna sound wrong, but keep it in your house. Don't go around just forcefully throwing it in people's face. Like, you didn't even ask. You just came out and started doing it.
I'm not sure if this might be in what you're saying shouldn't happen, forcing beliefs on people. I mean, this is kind of what I want to do with the United States government. I believe it's time that we, the people, gain control over what's happening. And the goal I want to discuss with them and suggest, no more secrecy. Can you imagine the benefits if the corporations and governments didn't have the benefits of operating in darkness?
Well, I mean,
It
technically,
be able to exist. That's their bread and butter. It's
exactly
putting out a narrative so
Yep.
that whatever that narrative is a shield for what they're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look at how the Vatican pretty much took control of the entire world. I mean, there is literally a trust out here that says that there was the Pope that signed over all the people from the King of England or something like that, conquered the King of England and gave him a choice: either we kill all your people or you submit them over to us. And that trust actually still remains. So, there's a lot of deep diving things to talk about that, but that's a lot of forced opinions and a lot of controversy too.
Here's what I know. We can move beyond the opinions when we can agree to the facts, right?
Ooh, hell yeah.
And what's been happening, it's been a long stage plan, right? And it's a lot of different variables, a lot of things coming together. But if people truly understood what they were participating in, taxation, what that process is resulting in, let's face the facts. The conflict within Israel and Palestine, had the U.S. not been funding this and providing the weapons, it would have ended long ago, not just in Israel, but also in Ukraine and Russia. Okay, so our weapons manufacturers and the representative, I kind of saw Donald Trump in his first term. He made these big billion-dollar weapon sales, bragging about that. He's the spokesman. He's the front man in that position for the military industrial complex. The people have lost power of the nation. Why? Because we trusted in someone else's rules.
Well, we're forced to, right? We're forced to trust in someone else, but there was a perception that I'll speak for myself. I don't speak for anybody else, but there was a perception that Trump was going to wield that power and still be a politician in the sense that he only cares about himself. But what he was doing was more in line with the average American who wasn't brain rotted. And had he kept up with what he campaigned on, I would have no problems. But I'm in my bedroom right now, but down in the studio, I had my MAGA hat sitting right front, not front and center, but right there, and it was the Epstein files. When he was like, "Why are you still talking about that?" I was like, "Done." Like, yeah, I am very happy that you are the president and Kamala's not. But as far as support, Donzo.
It's a sad state, but since I found my faith in the higher power, right? I say the word God a lot. Call it universe, source, whatever, electromagnetism, whatever it is that brings life together. This life is showing us the facts. And the facts are mankind has been misled. The international banking scheme, it's a parasite all around the world. The American soldiers, we've been spreading the empire for generations, right? I didn't learn this stuff in school, and if I did teach it in school, I sure as hell didn't understand it. I was a little kid. I didn't understand wars and this. I didn't understand why there was still problems. We are this at 50 years old. And with Osiris here, a young man, I'll apologize to the youth on behalf of men and women my age, older. We fucking failed.
Word.
But we're not done.
Yeah, I
No, I don't feel like the older generation has failed at all. To be honest.
Well, wait, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, yeah.
So me personally, I don't really put myself in politics at all. At the end of the day, I kind of feel like if I'm encroached on, then I personally will protect myself against any means that goes against me or my people. I'm not really for the government. And to add on top of that, most folks have even came and asked me, "Oh, do you vote?" I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I hear what you're saying. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't vote, but all I'm saying is I don't think that the older people have misled us, but Congress and shit, yeah, they're fucking us over. Absolutely.
Well, but here's the thing.
Indian Jesus, your volume's pretty low.
What is going on with all my ish? Hold on, let me try to turn up. How is it? Is it just better if
Yeah.
I am right here? Okay, I think it's just the mic.
Yeah,
This is my
yeah.
yeah. So oh yeah. So I think that what you're saying is that it's not about the older generations where it's like, oh, we need to blame Gen X for X, Y, and Z. I
Yeah.
hear you there, but the notion that the people of Gen X age that are in power, and I would argue more
They're Gen
importantly,
X not in power.
right, I would
The
argue the boomers
boomers.
who have held on to power and have not been
Yeah.
ousted by the Gen Xers have created an issue where it's like, okay, things aren't falling apart, but there's no progression to where, okay, the boomers are doing it this way, and then over the last 20 years, the Gen X is doing it this way, and now the millennials are going to do it this way, and then you know what I mean? That's how it used to be, where every 20 years or so, then you would have a new generation. But we've had the same people in power for the last 60 years. Nancy Pelosi just stepped down. She's been in office longer than I've been alive.
Yeah,
They're
but
dying
I'll
there.
say this as well. The generation that's coming out of high schools now
They don't give a fuck.
blows,
They
bro,
don't
fucking
give a
blows.
fuck.
And what I mean by that,
Which generation? Say again.
there's no name for this generation because it's not technically.
But repeat what you said. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I would say like the generation that comes out of high school right now. So I graduated in 2020.
Comes out of high school. Gotcha.
Yeah, I graduated in 2020. The kids that are coming out in like say 2023, 2022, they don't give a fuck about hard work at all. Like me, I value my hard work. I like to at least get it done, get the shit out the way, and be able to fuck off and do the bare minimum of what I need to do and have the day look good, close the fuck up, go home. These kids nowadays, bro, you tell them pick this brick up, go put it over there. Man, nah, it's just not happening. It's like you get immediate rebellion. They start to get argumentative with you. They get upset because you gotta tell them what to do. They don't like being told what to do. Then they sit there and say, "Oh, I know what I'm doing." You say, "Oh, well, show me." Then they sit there and make themselves look like a fucking fool. Gets all embarrassed and shit because you gotta sit there and tell them. So I kind of feel like the generation that's coming out, they don't really like to do hard work at all. Good with technical work, computer work, shit like that. But when it comes to getting your hands dirty or being physical with things, there's an absolute decline. Like it's a steady fucking decline.
Well, I think there should be. Frankly, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I was raised hard work. I mean, my parents were kind of homesteaders, so work was part of living. And I worked hard my whole life. But there's easier ways to live, right? And this is the point. Laziness has its benefits. Okay. If you apply your laziness and your creativity together, you're going to find an easier way to get the job done. That's one of the brilliant things about humanity. We're lazy and creative. And that's why tools are made, right? It helps shit get done. So we're at war with ourselves. I am pro-labor. I spent 14 years as a union rep working with organized labor.
Remember that?
Please.
So I understand the whole you saying using tools for the labor and being lazy gives you the motivation to do so. And that applies in certain things, but the tools that are being made aren't working for themselves just yet. We aren't really at that time. There may be some vacuums and stuff that does that and some automated car factories, but most of all the tools that are still being made are still being used for the men that have to use them to make the things. So you still have to have a physical effort, at least for the next 10 to 15 years.
Possibly. I honestly think we could transform this world very, very quickly. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I do think he said sooner. And honestly, the technological benefits of everything and how everybody's okay with how everything is going, I do believe that AI and stuff like that will take control a whole lot sooner than what I think.
So the reason why I say sooner there's a company that just came out that for $20,000 or like $500 a month, you can actually get a robot, and you have to train it, and it comes to you as an infant, and it gets better and better at its task, and its task will clean your house and all
I
that.
saw a video on that.
Yeah, it's a lot sooner.
It's wild,
What?
and I don't think that people are going to like. I don't think it's going to play out the way people want it to. Like, what was the robot from the Jetsons? Like, it's not going to be like that. Just a new brand Neo like that. Trying to have a like a home chore robot, and it just you're constantly listening, constantly watching, constantly mapping your home. Like, it's not looking good.
Well, it will if we get control of the governments and corporations, right? And if there's no secrecy, there's not going to be any state enemies, right? And if the nation doesn't have enemies, if each nation is working for the greater purpose, advancing technology, advancing the status of life, we really could.
There is technically no good way of getting control of the government without causing a civil war or some kind of revolution. You know, like they're not going to sit there and let us just take it over. You know,
right? But this is the thing.
Real quick, I just got to drop out. I'll be back in a few minutes. But yeah, good to see you guys.
Yeah, I'm not saying we suggest by force, but there may be a certain kind of push and shove. You know, there's always going to be conflict within giving up a position of power.
Yes, and what the conflict I want to raise, right? I want to raise the inner conflict within the persons who are employed in Congress, right? They are people. They're people just like the ones that they're making laws for. And the society has lost sight in this. Growing up, I thought there was a big difference between me and rich people. I thought there was a big difference between me and people in authority. And then I started talking to them, and no, there's no fucking difference between me and a rich people. There's no difference between me and any human being, right? No matter their position. That's why I want to speak to Donald Trump and the other 600 men and women in Congress, right? Here in Washington, D.C. I can be there in about an hour and a half with the timings, right? So I just need an invitation. And we don't need a violent mob. We just need the opportunity. And I actually believe if the facts are presented in such a way that they're easily understood, we make ourselves available to answer questions. There's if the option is war or peace, there really is no choice, right?
Yeah.
Because the costs of war are too tremendous. They're too evil. And if we want wars to end here on Earth, guess who's going to have to do it? The people. And that's us, me and you, and anyone else who tunes in, right? So I don't know how to make it happen, but I got this idea in my head back when I had a job at the post office. Because I thought maybe the post office could be an easy way to get the attention of Congress or the White House. I didn't succeed through the post office, and I haven't found a way yet, but I am still pursuing this goal because what else am I going to do in this lifetime? I lost my other job and my career and my family. The old life is gone. This is me. I'm moving on. Huh?
Just keep pushing, man. You're gonna get what you're looking for. Absolutely.
That's what I learned. It took me well over 40 years, about 50 years to learn. But this life that we've been given, we can create whatever we want out of it.
Yeah, it's hard, but we can do it. What was you gonna say?
Well, not to rain on the parade, Jack, but unfortunately, time's running out. If you want to actually get in front of Congress, they're actually training troops right now in combat on our own soil against our own citizens. That's what they're doing in boot camp right now.
I don't know the specifics of what you're referring to, but I've seen enough of the militarization and the recruitment, and I've heard enough of the training that is common.
Turning around my ID. So I'm speaking on facts, and I know this because every Sunday my son talks to me. He's in boot camp right now learning this. So time is running out if you...
Hey, time is running out. Let's do some final words for today, too. It's not over. We're not done. As far as I'm concerned, we're just getting started, because I've been preparing my whole life for what's about to come. And what I believe is about to come is a better world. It's waiting. Any final words from you guys?
No, sir. I've enjoyed this talk, though. It's a good night.
I have truly enjoyed it as well. Thank you for sitting through kind of you didn't know the personalities and the back drama and the stories. Thank you for sitting through that. It may not seem like it was accomplishing things, but I actually feel like today, there was forward progress. And I'm very grateful for all of you who are here today. I'm going to drop you guys out. Danielle, Osiris, pleasure to see you both, meet you, and I hope you return.
Same. Come back. Later, Jack.
Much love to you, my brother. Respect and peace to all who joined, all who tuned in. This was a long stream today. We covered a lot. We went through a lot, but I'm still going to do what I do and bring us back to where we started, the reminders of love. Love is the answer. The Tao quote from today, this feeling, this thought, feel nothing but love for yourself, because remind yourself you have the power of choice. Let it be recognized for yourself. Let it be true for you as it's true for me. Love or nothing. Feel either love or nothing. It takes practice. It takes commitment. It takes faith, and it takes the grace of God for sure. Because I had this thought earlier, I'm almost sure of it. Love is reserved for the good. So be amongst the good. Be with love. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you again, sincerely, to everyone. From me to you, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless us all. Peace.